Lie.
Verified.
Now I'm not paying $8.
No, come on. Twitter plaid. Mastodon plaid. Or
Plaidstodon.
Plaidstodon. No, what's the new thing this week? Threads, right?
Yes.
Oh, man. Hey.
Still banned in the EU, and now even via VPN you can no longer access it.
Let's just run back to Daddy Zuck, man. You know, we all hated Facebook,
Yes.
so this is going to be different, right?
Don't worry, guys. It's federated. Eventually, probably.
Technically, it can be, yes.
Let me kick over to live, everyone. Oh, there we go. We're good. Hello, everybody. We were just finishing up a pre-Super Chosen. Talking about some fun things, interesting things. Go back and listen to that if you're a patron. They're super secret.
So secret.
Oh, man. Critical. Behind the scenes. All the fun stuff. What are we talking about tonight? Of course, we're going to be
The
talking
antidote
about
to the poison you just drank.
I mean, I drink the poison for a reason, man.
I drink to forget.
Let's see. I think we're going to be talking about the lack of 4060 Ti reviews, Civilization that you can play in the browser. Where have all the missing games gone? And XDA tried to Linux so poorly they had to redo the entire article.
How are you supposed to experience the peak Linux desktop with Hollow ISO?
How is Steam Deck formed? Oh man,
how is Babby form?
There we go. We got to do it live. Got a little bit of a pre-show. Anybody do anything fun? Anything exciting? Anything crazy happen this week? Had a pretty normal, like, boring week, which is good.
Oh, that bus exploded. That's right.
Oh, right. Okay. So you post this picture of like this shelled out husk of a bus.
Yes. So like, there's down like so I'm at like I'm like at a dead end, right? Like my street just ends and it backs off into like a blocked off area.
Yeah, you take a left at the Free Raccoon. No?
Yeah, and yeah,
Cul-de-sac.
Yep, you only have to go past the Free Raccoon, which is no longer there. It got taken. Someone grabbed it. But yeah, there's like a big parking area because there's like a hockey arena nearby, and the local it turns out they're like a synagogue or something. They have a fleet of used school buses. They have like 4 of them, and they just kind of park them there. And we're walking the dog one morning, and like, yeah, this entire thing is just like fucking roasted. And like it was like under a tree. The tree is scorched, and we're like, well, what the fuck happened? Like, clearly this happened here because it's not like someone crashed the bus and then transported it.
Right. They didn't pick that up on Facebook Marketplace, right? Like roasted bus.
Yeah, right.
Moderately crispy.
Oh man, I know what I got. No low bus.
Yeah. But it's like it's the short bus out of the 4 of them, which are like full ass size school buses for one. And yeah, and number 2, it looks like someone like. My theory is someone lobbed a Molotov at like the top of the bus because there's like a clearly like melted area where like everything kind of originates from, or maybe it was like an electrical fire or something because it's like a shitty old bus. I don't know.
I see the subreddit. Do you ever go to like I think it's called Schoolies, where people are doing the bus home conversions?
Yeah.
And then they do
I've heard about it, but I've never been there.
Dude, they fucking do it, and they go through this and make these elaborate freaking things, and they all want to like not do it anymore as soon as they get done with it.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah, this thing costs so much, and they're trying to sell it with the sunk cost. So we
sell it to some other poor sucker who's like, yeah, no, it's a great idea.
Well,
wait, why are you getting rid of this?
That's the thing. Nobody wants to buy a finished one.
Right,
everybody wants to go through the experience.
Right. It's a bit like running your own email server.
No one wants to do that.
Yeah, you think, oh yeah, this is a great idea. I'm gonna learn a lot, and then by the end of it, it's like, I have no friends because no one can receive my emails anymore.
Okay, this is how you know you've learned everything you need to know about running your own email server when it comes to like, yeah, F this. Once you hit that point, that is the logical conclusion to learning how to set up an email server. Like,
yes.
Nope.
Yeah. I've learned that it's a bad idea to set up my own email server.
This is a project for another person.
This is a project for people with expertise in email who are not me.
Like that's its own profession, man.
my experience with burned cars wasn't a school bus. It was whatever that was in the Tesco car park.
Here, I'll reshare them for the people who missed it. 'Cause I think it was on like Monday or Tuesday or something like that.
What does it say? What are you trying to keep old wise Panzer of the...
Well done.
Well done. Oh, all right. I mean, accurate.
It is well done. You can see that it got hot enough that the bumper started to melt off the thing.
Oh, man.
Yeah, this is my slightly exploded bus.
Yeah, something happened, right?
Yeah. That shit caught fire, man.
Someone really did not want to go to school.
School's out. School's out. It's been out for like a month now.
Permanently.
Yeah.
Did you see what Simon Pegg? Simon Pegg is like, man, I'm not interested in making a Hot Fuzz 2.
No.
Yeah, no, quit while your head. Mad respect.
Well, all this signals to me is Simon Pegg just said, so you'll know when I need money when Hot Fuzz 2 shows up. They're still young enough to do it.
Yep. How old is Simon Pegg now, though?
I don't want to look that up. I'm in a good mood.
Probably
It's like
50.
53.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, because he was in like, when I became aware of him for like Shaun of the Dead and stuff, I was like maybe 13, 14, and he would have been in like his mid 30s by then, so yeah.
Yeah, I think Hot Fuzz was like the first time I was really when like it had been out for a long time by the time I watched Hot Fuzz because it was just one of those like moments where your friends like, you have not seen that, you haven't seen that. I'm like,
You
no.
have not seen where they're still up. They're like fucking going through the record collections. Like, yeah, you can throw that one at them. No. I like that one. Keep it.
Oh man, yeah, definitely worth a watch if you have not seen Hot Fuzz.
Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead.
Shaun of the Dead
Shaun of the Dead was the first one I saw, and then I saw Hot Fuzz after that.
I watched Shaun of the Dead because of Hot Fuzz, and I'm like, oh, that's pretty good. Then what was it? The one that was what was it? Run,
World's
Fat Boy,
End?
Run.
Oh, Run, Fat Boy, Run. That
like
wasn't Edgar Wright, but that did have Sean Pegg in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Baby Driver was also pretty good. I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah. So we should have the links working correctly with Shotbot now. So you guys will get like image links in Twitch chat
Oh, nice.
from Discord. If you're wondering like why you're seeing the CD and things.
You can see the GIF actually shows up with tenor.com.
Tenor.com. Tenor.
Until they kill that one.
Dude. So we need to have a GIF/malware site called IffyCat.
This is slightly iffy.
It's like 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Like you're gonna get a GIF for like, I don't know, JavaScript.
Iffycat.ru. Yeah.
What's new, IffyCat?
Whoa.
So here's another thing. We use Me6 for our Discord server. I was playing around with all this last night, and it's like reconfiguring things, trying to like streamline RSS feeds and all that. Turns out there's Re6. Somebody's made it. It's real.
Okay, so it's not just a renamed Me6.
I was confused because out of the top of my head, I was like, right, I got to search to log into Me6. So I just typed in Re6 out of habit because that's what Me6 is named in our Discord. And I was like halfway through logging in. I'm like, wait a minute. So we figured it out. We did it. We put 2 and 13 together on that. It looks like an interesting project. They were upset that there's a bunch of stuff in Me6 that is paywalled now. It's like all the features work, but you just can't add like 2 or 3 of them anymore. Everything we use it for is fine. Oh, right. And it was 97 degrees when I was driving home today.
That's close to 40.
It was. Yeah.
I posted the picture earlier in the week of the soil temperature in Spain and Portugal.
Yeah,
The,
60 degrees.
Yeah, the black bits in like in the frontier between like the west bit of Spain and the east bit of Portugal was hitting about 60 C.
Oh, is there a web thing down?
Oh. Go to vote.
No vote.linuxgamecast.com.
That's coming up on this one.
No. LinuxGameCast.showbot.tv.
Yeah.
It's Learn the Future X. Yeah, no, it's loaded.
I mean, yeah, like if Cloudflare's worker or whatever in your region is busted, then
Yeah. We don't even think about that, man. Cloudflare runs the internet these days.
a good chunk of it for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever it blinks, the entire internet goes, "What's wrong?"
I mean, it was that fun little service.
Why does
Like,
nothing work?
it used to be like AWS, like
You East Coast, Beast Coast, man.
no, it was east.
like-
When that went down, you're like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. GitHub has been having about a bunch of outages too. That's always fun. It's like, Jordan, why can't I push my code? It's like, because our service provider is down. What do you want What do you want from me, right? Like, I'm going to wave my magic wand and fix GitHub? I could do that. GitHub should be paying me more money.
Does everyone remember when Google was just like straight down for like 6 hours everywhere?
Yeah, it's happened a few times. It's pretty infrequent, but it's been known to happen. Then Meta had their big one last year. Was
Yeah, that they couldn't even get in the building because they were using their own
Right.
infrastructure to control access to the building.
BGP route propagation fucked up, so like their little everything they hosted just kind of vanished for a bit.
That's crazy, man. Yeah, you think about stuff like that, right? I mean,
Eggs and baskets, man.
Well, this is like one of the reasons that I use authenticator apps if that's an option instead of like text or email verification.
The time-based OTP, yeah.
As much of a pain in the ass as that is, like that's there. You got those numbers. Private internet? What?
Pia's the VPN service, right?
Yes. That's the one I pay for. They're the ones who helped Krita out of the tax cock-up that they got themselves into.
Yeah. I don't have a VPN right now. Do you have a VPN, Jordan?
Yeah, I host mine off of off of the same box
Off of the same box?
of that's hosting Chatbot.
The bots, yes.
Yeah. I downsized to one Linode because I'm like, I don't really need to be paying $80 for this. I'm not really using it. Like,
$80 is a lot of Linode.
yeah, it was. I had dreams and aspirations, and then I ran out of time.
You should start a VPN.
Yeah.
VPNs are frighteningly easy to deploy.
Oh yeah, it is. They are. I'm going to call it Jord VPN.
You just have to pay the one YouTuber. You pay the one YouTuber to talk about it, and you're sad.
Yeah, Jord VPN. This is my new company. Damn, that's a show title. God damn it.
George
All
VPN.
the fucking Pedro show titles. I'm like, yeah.
We're do Jordan. Yeah, then I'm just going to use Jordy.
I hate that. Hate that.
See,
But
Jordy has a different implication over
No,
here.
he's going to be on the bridge, but he's going to be logging in using George VPN.
Yes.
Because you got to use VPNs in space now. It's a new rule.
Can't get Lance Reddick anymore, though. He's dead. I want Lance Reddick dressed up as Geordie LaForge using Jord VPN. I wish I were LeVar.
In the northeast coast of England, so he's a proper Geordie.
We'd have to get some like hair product. Does that still on Geordie Shore?
I don't know. I don't watch TVs.
Is Jersey Shore still on?
I would hope
Are those people still alive? Have they, or are they just like perpetually preserved due to all the chemicals?
I know that like Gucci or somebody like offered to pay one of them money so they wouldn't wear their products on the show.
Was that Snooki?
I don't remember.
Man, this is some timely conversation. What is this, 2016? What the fuck? Or earlier, wasn't it? Yeah,
I'm sure
Jersey Shore would have been like 2010.
That in South Park. That there was a South Park episode.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember when that was from, because he's like, yeah, Snooki,
Right.
the little goblin creature.
And there's like a comment from Fark that is etched in my brains because somebody's like, whatever happened to Tila Tequila?
Tila Tequila? Didn't she die?
And somebody said Snooki ate her and took her powers.
Fair enough.
And apparently Geordie Shore was still going until 2021. They made a reunion in 2022.
Wait, so straight up the pandemic killed Geordie Shore?
From the look of it, yes.
They can't go out and party anymore, so we got nothing to film. See, but that would be a very different program of just like taking a bunch of fucking party animals and just locking them in a room and telling them they can't leave and watch as they just like descend into madness.
Oh, dude, instantaneous Lord of Flies type shit going on right there.
Right? Yeah, like I have the conch, I can speak.
Dude. All right. So we're gonna try to do everything at once this week. We're gonna see how that's gonna work out.
One and done.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the other one is called The Only Way is Essex.
Oh, that reminds me. Li-Fi standard has been
I saw that got posted.
standard. It's like a real boy now.
That would be really, really cool for like getting rid of access points. You just like plug in a light bulb.
Yeah, Li-Fi. They got a Li-Fi at the university.
Okay.
On the street lighting, so you can like sit outside.
Do you need a receiver for it though?
Yeah,
right?
you gotta have a little USB dongle for it right now. I don't think anybody has a.
It's not built in. Yeah.
But I mean, it operates on a like non-visible spectrum at that frequency. And like that's pretty cool.
No, my 5G poisoning.
I mean, you know, somebody's like, no, the light's different now because it's blinking differently.
My Wi-Fi, I got sunburn from my Wi-Fi.
However, you're going to be a bit more irate, like if like one of your Li-Fi bulbs dies.
Oh, right.
All right.
Oh no. Well, you know how you have the problem now with the smart bulbs. If you turn it on, it doesn't connect to your Wi-Fi network to pull the latest firmware. Oh shit! Now we got to get like Wi-Fi or it's like power over an Ethernet, but for light bulbs, for like regular light bulbs.
We just screw the bulb in. It's going to have that built into it.
Yeah. But you gotta send the Ethernet signal over the like standard like light bulb socket though.
Well, I mean, if it's like line of sight, like if you have a receiver and broadcast like that's where it gets interesting because can you be able to create like a mesh network throughout the house? And then of course you got the one bulb on the extension cord running out into the backyard so people can use it.
Are they gonna have like flashlights for assholes where you can just like go to a Starbucks and fuck up people's Wi-Fi just by like?
Yeah, it just broadcasts at the exact same frequency and starts fucking.
No. That's too silly. What they're gonna have is like the actual flashlights with a 5G modem built in, so you can cut it on and set it next to your laptop.
Right. See, that would be kind of cool, like a candle or something that like it's the internet candle. Mm-hmm. It's like some fucking high fantasy shit. I would be down for that.
And eventually, immediately, people are going to start hacking the webcams to pick it up at a probably drastically reduced rate. But
yeah,
capture just enough of the packet that maybe you can try and get something. Possibly.
You can send, but receiving is going to be a little more difficult unless you hook up a.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
This is my Wi-Fi strobe light.
Webcams can pick up IR pretty good.
Oh man, nobody's gonna have any internet at raves though. They're just gonna.
Right.
See.
But
can it see the IR? I'm just trying to get the
hurt
web.
yourself.
Closer.
Apparently, this one
Closer.
Nope, mine's got a ball over it. Ew.
I gotta clean the bottom of this mouse. I'm not gonna show it to you people.
Yeah,
It's nasty.
I didn't have to clean the
Yeah,
bottom.
mine has a little bit of dust on it. As it was
the,
getting closer, it's like,
Got a nice little hole in the bottom of this because that's where the dead skin falls.
Oh, so you gotta like scrape it out.
Well, usually you just like shake, but yeah, there's always the like, ew.
It gets caked on the inside because you got like greasy hands or something. Yeah.
It's just skin.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man, I didn't know Project Loom was still a.
They need to revive it, but like have like loons like the bird with like routers attached to them so that they fly around.
Ah, dude, I want some like pre-World War II fuck-mothering zeppelins.
Yes.
Weaponize some storks because they're big birds. They can carry like a significant amount of.
That picture looks like what happens when you take a condom and you like try to fill it with as much air as possible.
Nah, man, that's just somebody fucking with a jellyfish.
Fucking with or fucking a jellyfish?
I mean,
I'm sure someone's tried the latter. Yeah.
oh man.
What is Bomber Grounds Reborn?
It's like Bomberman, but we do like
Okay.
3-person team.
Okay.
And it's free.
Yes.
It's Bomberman Battle Royale.
The one game I wanted to play around with, but man, I didn't even get through the setup. The idea looks really neat. Is what is it called? It starts with an N. HIJKLM. Naraka. Blade Point went free to play.
Oh yeah, I saw the thing on the carousel. Is it just
Yeah.
like a arena shooter or something?
It's like a battle royale, except we got like swords and like grappling
Okay.
hooks and shit. But like that requires like you're gonna have to sit and play for 30 minutes to go through all the tutorial bullshit.
right.
But it does work under Linux.
Ooh.
I saw
Oh,
what?
that is interesting. The only Mac support for Bomber Grounds is for Apple Silicon.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, never mind. They have x86 64. Never mind. I didn't read that right. I'm like, that would have been neat. It's like, oh yeah, it's new Macs only. Get fucked.
I mean, I follow Mac gaming on Reddit just because I want to stay in touch with how it used to be on Linux.
Yeah.
Where there's a
Every time you start getting a little salty, you look back in time and you're like, no,
Keeps you
we're in a better
grounded.
place now.
we're doing so well. Like they are still getting like, hundreds comments on there was an update to a repo type shit. Remember those days?
Yeah, the Steam Depot. Yeah. Oh my God, something.
Maybe.
It had Linux in it.
I remember those days, man. But do you buy a Mac? To
Just
play
in
games?
general? Oh, no. Generally, like you buy a Mac because you're a rich person who doesn't understand how computers work, and you just implicitly know the truth that Macs are superior to all other forms of personal computer.
Yeah.
It's more expensive, so it has to be better, right? That's
Yeah,
what
right.
money taught me.
There are app developers, people who need to run shit on iOS and Android, and because like if you're doing app development, like, and you want to target iPhones, then you have to run a Mac.
You have to have a Mac or
Yeah.
access to a Mac VM to run the Mac simulator, iOS simulation thingy.
Yeah. Or you pay Amazon and that you can like rent Macs from AWS.
Yeah, you buy into the Basilisk. You're in the ecosystem. You know, it all started with an iPhone.
Yeah. It all started with the moaning Lisa. Yeah, and then I don't know. I guess there are just people. I guess, and then there are people like Hector and Alyssa and Asahi Lena who are just like completely fucking insane. And they're like, we're gonna actually make use of the hardware on this computer.
Well, I mean, this is the time-honored tradition, right? We were talking
Yeah.
about this on like Wednesday. It's like, do I have any Mac stuff? And it's like, I still have that first generation Apple TV. that I never put Linux on. You know, I got it used. So, like you can get one on eBay now for like $2. So and it was an Intel like 1 gigahertz with 256 megs of RAM.
Okay. I think I still have like my old iPod, but that drive, the hard drive makes funny noises.
You need to send it to Oculus and let him put a.
So I saw that blog post and I'm like, and then I thought better of it, because it's like, well, I would like to make use of that 160 gigabyte iPod, but like. Also, I have a 256 gigabyte phone that can connect to Wi-Fi and just stream music off that.
Does your phone say shit on the back of it?
It has a magnet on the back that I stuck there.
Oh, I thought it was a reflection.
Yes.
Ah, okay. You had a really good like line up with a reflection where it looked like there was just straight up writing on the back of it.
I mean, there's like it says like OnePlus on the back here. But like.
Oh, it doesn't have to have all of the certifications and whatnot like the phones over here do?
Oh, they got them. They're just not written on the back. Put them on the box.
Yeah, this one doesn't.
Ah.
Yeah, no, my phone died yesterday.
Why?
So I had to go back to my old phone.
What happened? Did you like launch it at a wall?
No, I just went to grab it, went to turn on the screen wouldn't turn on. Held down the power button. The screen wouldn't turn on. Released the power button. Held down the power button again. The screen wouldn't turn on.
Okay.
Held down the power button and volume down. The screen wouldn't turn on. Plugged it in. Held down the power button and volume down. The screen wouldn't turn on.
You grabbed a popsicle, but you missed. Then you passed out.
Grabbed the little USB meter thingy. Plugged that into PC there. Plugged the USB cable. Turned it on. It started pulling 0.3 and then went back to 0. And
So-
it would do that every 5 seconds.
Then you got a bowl and filled it with SpaghettiOs and ice and let it sit overnight.
Yeah, no, I was really, really mad because I just realized I had to go through the recovery for Steam and for my banking account and for, well, that was it. It was just those two.
You didn't like. Well, what I was going to ask you is like, did you like how much is the screen replacement or the battery?
Probably the battery because, yeah, it's clearly not drawing enough power. And it starts to, when you turn it on, it goes up to pulling 0.3 amps. It's just like, okay, it's turning on, but then it goes back down to 0. So, all right, it's, yeah, no, there's power delivery is just fucked. Okay. So, yeah, my old Motorola X4 with an unlocked bootloader and it's not running the stock ROM. It's running some other one, but it's only Android 10. And it works really well. The problem is the same one that it always had, is that the battery lasts 24 hours. No matter what you're doing, you get 24 hours out of it, and then it's dead. So you gotta charge it every day.
I like having a magnet on the back of my phone. It's been like super handy because you can just like stick it on stuff and it stays there.
I have the X4, not G4.
I'm still
And
quite
I've had
happy
this
with
for
my
years. This was the one I had before the Nokia.
S6, just because I mean it's high capacity. You can put YouTube or Twitch on for 9 hours unplugged, and it can play like all day, which means you can go out and about and not have to worry ever about like, oh shit, am I low on charge? All right. Let's go ahead and do a show, everybody. It's already 9 o'clock.
It was like we're gonna regain so much time back.
Well, I mean, 8:30 to 9, typically 30 minutes at the beginning.
Yep.
And when we're done with the power outage, tsunamis, flooding, house fires, lightning,
So yeah, a car just like drives
Very,
through
very
your
strong
wall.
wind.
gremlins,
Yeah.
England's gonna sink just for a minute, just long enough to make it inconvenient.
No, you could tell that it was windy because when I went to Tesco's for shopping, there were 3 wheelie bins that had tilted over. So it's like, oh, it's a windy day. Right, okay.
Yeah. I like that weather. Fuck. All right, I guess we're
No, the battery that died was on the Nokia Mirror. The X4 is the one that I have, that I'm using now, because it's still working. It's my old one.
The windiest I've seen it was when I was in Lethbridge. I was standing on the street corner waiting for a bus, and the wind was blowing like this chain link fence back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then the fence got loose and got blown into a building.
I've never seen anything cool like that. I've been in some like crazy ass wind, but every time I'm like that, I'm like, I want to. That's all my brain does. This is why I've injured myself over the years. I want a kite.
I want the flying squirrel suit.
Right. Like, let's go. So fortunately, those two have never met. Beach kites are awesome, by the way. Preferably at the beach, because then when the person gets angry because you lost their kite, you just fall into the water a little bit. But all right, let's do a show.
Yes.
Click. Do you need to get up? Do you need to get drinks?
No.
Do you need to take a wee?
I'm gonna go pee.
All right. Safety pee. I want a bat. Okay. I want a phone that takes double-A's.
I would just want a phone to have replaceable batteries again. That would be nice.
I'm going to do it, but we're going to do it with button cells. How about that?
It's the entire back of the phone is just
zinc oxide.
CR232.
2045s. This is doable. They have enough voltage. I mean,
Yeah,
do that in parallel.
you can get the lithium ones that will just deliver the power.
Synthel, it's doing this for long enough to not know that Jordan, but also I had that thought for everyone. I was like, do I need to go? I'm like, no, I think I'm good.
I went before we went live, so still good.
All right. Let's go.
It's because he has urethra can, Synthel.
It's some diseased ESP, man. It's my gift.
Well, I mean, the camera's diseased right now. You haven't cleaned it.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 569. Nice.
Whoop, whoop.
It's underway. And welcome back to another LinuxGameCast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. I'm Vin, joined every week by Jordan, Windy Chain Link Fence Svang.
JordVPN, damn it.
JordVPN Svang. Coming to you live through our new service here at LGC, JordVPN. And Pedro, damn it, my mobile just died. Mateus.
Yes.
Together with you, Shot Realm Dynamic, helping us form Cocaine Voltron. Gentlemen, I discovered something. I got a theory. Is what I got.
Okay.
So, I like to go to consignment shops, thrift stores, and like look around. There's always fun stuff there. And one thing I've always looked for and I've yet to find, do you have a Hawaiian shirt? Like, just a big shouty shirt, right? With like palm trees on it or just like 90s color, something like this. Short sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't own one, but, I am a fan of an occasional Hawaiian shirt.
Trope.
Right. And
as a fat person, I know them well.
They don't make them in like smalls, man. They don't make them in smalls. This is, to this date, I've not found like a fun shirt for one of these shows just to have on. I was like, that's a silly, especially for the summertime, right?
You want something tropical with like sharks or surfboards or sails?
Yeah,
or
something silly like that. And I don't want to buy a new one because they're like $30. And I'm like, no, because it's going to be a trash shirt anyway. And I was thinking about this. I was like, okay, so like most of the stuff at consignment shops end up like, I just assume from like estates.
Mm-hmm.
People are like, well, this person died. Let's go and
pick all the good stuff clean and then give them everything else.
Yeah. So I don't think there were a lot of like small people that really liked Hawaiian shirts.
You gotta go to Small People Hawaiian Shirt Con in Minneapolis.
Can I reach it through JordVPN?
Well, you can register for tickets to get JordVPN.
Oh man, come on, man.
Well, so listen, availability might be limited.
It's only Canada.
No, we're banned in Canada. We operate out of it, but we're banned.
It only
in
works on localhost.
Yeah. No, it only works on localhost VPN from your network to your network.
Yes. Jordan, anything going on?
Yeah, well, I mean, we talked about the mysterious exploding bus in the pre super show.
Okay, no, this was fascinating because Jordan was like, "Hey, man, this bus melted down," and Pedro's like, "Oh, here's another vehicle that I recently saw that."
Yeah,
I'm feeling a little cheated.
What I found. There's a bit of a vehicle melting pandemic going around a little bit. Yeah, that was right by my house. I'm just glad it's not my microwave.
Fair. How's microwave holding up?
It's good.
Pretty good.
Like it's doing that new microwave thing where it's like you ever get a new appliance and it works well and like you're used to the crappy operation of the old appliance. It's like, yes, you need to like cram this thing in here for like another 30 seconds or whatever because like the microwave bulb or whatever is dying.
Oh no. I'm an absolutist when it comes to microwave. Like that's how we're eating it.
Okay.
Crunchy, nice, cold, crunchy noodles.
Yeah, scalding on the outside, freezing on the inside,
right?
As God intended. Yeah, but it's definitely one of those things where it's just like, oh, this is a thing that works now. I don't have to like put it in here for like 2 minutes. I straight up heated up a coffee in the old microwave. It took like 2 minutes. I put it in for 2 minutes, and the thing just boiled over.
Yep.
I'm like, right, this one works. Oh, yeah.
Pedro Mateus, have you found anything new and exciting going on? What was the last car accessory that you've ordered? Because I know you've ordered a car accessory between last week and this week. Yeah.
What was the last car accessory
I've
you
ordered?
melted?
Many.
Just one.
The last one that arrived was this keychain.
Oh no.
That's not an accessory for the car, is it?
It is for the car fob specifically. Yes.
I challenge that. Send us some hate mail if you back me up. Keychains are not car accessories. I'm sorry.
I mean, I always had a Porsche fob, even though I just got the keys.
Right? Yeah. Driving your Volkswagen around. Yeah.
I used to have the horsey that I had for my Portuguese car. But I saw that one on Amazon. It's like, oh, that's only £3. Yeah, okay, bye. So yeah, no, I am genuinely angry at Nokia right now because my Nokia 7.2 yesterday just died, and it forced me to go through the.
Nope.
No, the 3310s were indestructible. The 7.2s, unfortunately, are not. And yeah, no, I had to go through the recovery process after getting my old Motorola X4 back up and running. It's like, all right, are you caught up? Are you up to speed? Good, because you're needed again. Yeah. There's a curse around this time of year, probably because it's my birthday or something, but...
I think it's just planned obsolescence.
No. He sleeps elbow drops.
Yeah,
see, I always put my phone as far away from the bed as possible so that when the alarm goes, I have to get up, because otherwise I'm just going to turn it off and go right back to sleep.
No, I have 100% done that thing where I put the phone on the nightstand, and in the morning I'd go to grab it, and I just send it flying. I flip it, and it goes, and then you're just like, it's a good time.
That's like one of the things I like about the new Pixel, which I'm never going to buy from you, Google, because eat a bag of dicks. It's got like the built-in magnet thing where you just stick it on to the base, and like you're done with it. You don't have to mess around with it. Something I wish we could add to our horse.
Yeah, apparently it has left Pedro's keychain and has now found new career as the Steam
I'll figure these buttons out in a minute. There we go. Hey, hi.
Professionals.
Dude, Next Fest. We played some games. We had a good time with it, didn't we?
Many demos. Many demos.
We all like it. We all love it because like it's bringing back demos, people. And me and Pedro played Lives of P pre-purchase.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So what does Steam have? They got the most played demos of June 2023, the latest Next Fest. My first thing was like, y'all motherfuckers out there playing House Flipper 2. All right,
Dude, listen, home ownership these days is a fucking power fantasy. I don't blame them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is did you just have a gun that cleans what?
Yeah, it squishes pallets into non-existence.
See, I need one of those.
Yeah, me too. I have a couple pallets in the garage that I've been procrastinating on disassembling.
Lies P.O.'s number 2, Viewfinder, is another title that I've no idea. It's a puzzle game, at least. So
Yes.
Warhaven, Wizard with a Gun?
Yeah, Wizard with a Gun looks cool. The one that caught my attention, it's at the very, very bottom, is Star Siege Dead Zone. You might remember Star Siege from the first game, Star Siege Tribes. So, like, yeah, if you like Tribes back in the day, this is it. We got new Tribes.
I actually very much enjoyed the one immediately above that, Fortune's Run, which is a boomer shooter in the Star Wars universe, which I very much enjoyed, and I'm very much looking forward for it to come out.
Star Wars universe?
Star Wars.
Yes. I mean, it kind of looks like what was it? Dark Forces or whatever. But like,
yes, you play as a Twi'lek bounty hunter.
Is Kathleen Kennedy gonna sue somebody? Yeah, that is a Twi'lek. Yeah. This looks pretty Star Warsy.
I don't know.
New Zabra.
That's very much the thing that they're going for. And the gameplay is really, really well. I got a chance to play with the demo. It's very, very nice. So I'm very much looking forward to and it's going to have a Linux version, so yeah.
Yeah. Good on that. I'm hipster boomer. I'm out. I'm good. Yeah.
I mean, I think we both were a little disappointed then with Myth Force, because I was really looking forward to it, and I was kind of hoping for a little bit more.
Kind of enjoyed it.
I felt it was kind of lacking.
No, I played it by myself on hard. I finished the first 3 levels on hard. So
yeah, I tend to, especially with multiplayer games, playing with other people. But I always look through the lens of, like it or not, you guys do too. And like how's it playing the after show?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and like the multiplayer, I mean, it wasn't bad, but we got done playing it. We're like, well, we played that.
It was very basic, like coming like right off of Strange Brigade. Like it was very similar to that. Like, yeah, in that like
nothing blew me away. There was no like mechanic in there that I was like, wow, this is neat. Like,
yeah, and like we both played like Valkyrie Lady with the mace, and like the bonks are like really, really weak, right? Like,
yeah, like the impacts on it are just comical. They're like bonk, bonk. I mean, I'm sure if you go back and watch that, I was going to do a bonk timestamp because I think I said bonk probably like 115 times.
I did that too while I was playing her, and then I switched to the wizard, and I had a better time. But yeah,
that was your massive attack. It was like bonk, bonk, bonk. Cool. More Next Fest, more demos. More better. Now, our first little bite to eat this week comes from a place that I haven't. I mean, I visit XDA all the time, but I don't ever read news on XDA.
Yeah, you go to the
XDA
forums.
developers.
You don't go to the blog section all that often.
Yeah, no, the XDA, everyone knows XDA developers for the forums, where you have to spend 3 hours looking through a single thread to find that one thing that makes that particular ROM work on your particular device.
You mean that one dead MediaFire link that totally doesn't lead to something sketchy?
That's in page 37 because the original author never bothered to update the first post.
Because you need to use our new service, IffyCat, only available through NordVPN.
But yeah, no, they also have articles, and they had an article this week. They had an article this week. One. Yeah, MT posted this on our Discord earlier in the week. It's why I like Linux on the Steam Deck, but not on my desktop. And originally, this was just written by one person.
Right, doesn't it? That's what you want to see at the beginning of an article. This article has been rewritten.
And
originally, it was written by one person. And then the lead technical editor for XDA developers had to step in and remove the entire bottom half of the article and rewrite it.
Though. What do you guys think about this Lenovo with the soundbar right there? I was like, that's a good idea.
It is, yeah, especially for like the Yoga Flex, because like one thing I was doing a lot while I was flying was you can flip the thing backwards and then like use that as your little TV, right? So having something to blast sound in that direction. Yeah. That's smart. Smart.
The entire article based around the premise that the original writer tried to install Holo ISO on that Lenovo laptop that was just on screen there. And it didn't go so well, go figure. And then everyone on Twitter kind of went, are you sure about that? That's a little bit embarrassing. And of course, then the lead technical director came in and he decided to compliment the article using Tim Sweeney's argument of custom kernels, specifically LKMs or loadable kernel modules. Where I'm from, we just call those K mods, but you know, you do.
I just call them drivers because like that's what they are.
That's what they are. Yeah. It is truly a wonderful thing. It's no matter how much they change it, it just
Real
keeps on giving.
Real drivers have EXEs you need to click and install.
Yeah, real drivers end in Wickle.
You got to install them via device manager. You got to right click on the right device tree.
So, yeah, Jordan, you're right. I mean, it's this time of the year. It seems like every 11, 12 months you get somebody that's like, wrong take, wrong tools. Let me explain Linux to you without knowing what the hell I'm doing. You know, a couple of years ago, last year before, it was Linus, right? The squeaky guy.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, okay. We got it. Yeah.
Every like 8 to 12 months, it just seems to be... What are these things? And they always pick weird stuff too. Like Linus, he's like, I'm gonna install Steam and remove my desktop environment.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, I'm gonna try and use Holo ISO to run a desktop.
We're talking about this in the pre super shows, and like, I don't like that's one we don't even mess around with.
Yeah. No, it's literally an unofficial yoink of the SteamOS version that's running on the Steam Deck.
Mm-hmm.
And Valve, please, come on, just release SteamOS 3 already, because this is a fucking symptom. So, you know, come on.
Reading through this, and of course we get to the EAC, just anti-cheat in general. And it's like, I have tons of games that I can't play because of anti-cheat doesn't work on Linux. Like, name them off. And they do. And he does, and one of them being Escape from Tarkov. They use that in the same sentence. Like, I need to be able to play this. You know, the game that has been so hacked to hell the past year that there's multiple videos about how the hackers communicate with their Wiggle?
Yes.
That one?
The wall hacker dance. Yeah.
Infested. And they've done nothing despite the anti-cheat because, root or not, client-side anti-cheat, fight me on this. Mostly security theater. You're not really doing a whole lot on that. And that's only going to catch like the lowest hanging vegetables, man. And like, Tarkov is just hacked to hell. That's the worst example you could have used. That's all I'm saying. And
like, we were talking about it last week too. Like, anti-cheat has really kind of become a solved problem under Linux. Like, yes, there's stuff like your Destinies and your Fortnite, but those guys have come out and said like, "Yo, do not play our game if you run Linux. We are putting our foot in the ground.
We don't like Linux. We're not going to support Linux in any way, shape, or form, not even tangentially by association." So,
and you know what? I can respect fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
With Destiny, they're very clear. It's like, you get this game running on Linux, your account gets banned. Well, all right.
But the hot take from this article about how Linux is just the hotbed, and like if we EAC, it makes it way too easy for the hackers to sell their hacking tools over at Hack Emporium for the 1.2% of the market that plays games on Linux. You don't understand how that works, do you, sweetheart?
Well, now all the hackers
those hacking tools are available for Windows already.
All the hackers are going to move to Linux, though.
No, you see, exactly. It's a horse and carriage, right?
Right. But here's the thing, though. They're going to install Holo ISO. Nothing's going to work, right. And they're going to go back to Windows. So problem solved, kind of. Like,
this is, we get gems like this. This is from the original article. Both of these, the web archive link will be linked into our show notes as well. Ultimately, the Linux desktop experience is made by programmers for programmers. Right. Unlike the manatees that fucking write Windows. And again, if you played with Windows 11, I might be onto something. Programmers don't make GUIs. They just type commands because that's way faster. Linux apps on GitHub don't come with precise instructions. Because
look, it's the Linus excuse.
Because you're just supposed to know how to start. Motherfucker. This is yet another textbook example of the win, bro. I'm going to install Linux over the weekend, and I got this, bro.
Yeah, like that statement. That statement is just so asinine because it's just like you have to know how to run this program. Like, yeah, on Windows you double click on it, but on Linux you can double click on it, or you can run it from the command line.
It's not Windows. Like your Windows experience. This is a fucking different operating system, man. Like, you need to learn how to use what you're running as your primary operating system. Not try to throw it under the bus because it's not enough like that Tonka toy shit that you use to play your fucking video games. Linux can do that and other shit.
Of all the distros he could have picked, like, that could have given him a close to a Windows experience of just clicking next on the installer and shit working, Ubuntu, Mint, whatever. He went with fucking Hollow.
But this is to reinforce this point of like, oh, Linux is great when a company like Valve is hardening it, but when you take that same software and try to run it on your computer, on another computer, it's bad for some reason.
Almost as if it wasn't designed for it to start with.
Right, like, again, like, I can't fuel my car with this banana. I'm shoving bananas into my gas tank.
I mean, it's made out of carbon, bro. I mean, it's like petrol.
Right?
Like,
I don't know what I'm doing, so I refuse to admit I'm wrong. Linux sucks.
It's always a bad take. It's always a bad take. At least XDA had the foresight of going,
no. There's too many Linux users on that fucking website in their forums.
Yeah, it's probably the wrong place for that take, isn't it?
A little bit.
Oh, there you go. Let's talk about a couple of new games, and one that we've talked about during NextFest is something that I'm looking forward to playing around with. Gravity Circuit, flashy action-packed 2D platformer. And this is I played the demo. I really enjoyed it, and it is right. It's spot on for hipster pixel Mega Man, but with punching. And you get 12 stages, so that means there's 12 bosses to deal with. You got grappling hooks. I had a great time with it. And Jordan, you think it looks a little more like the it's really giving me Mega Man 2 vibes.
Yeah, I definitely get some Mega Man in there, but like it has the bionic commando swinging, like you have the grappling hook, and like there's a preview of a boss fight where like you have to hang from the ceiling to dodge a bunch of the shit. But it also has like double dragon style combos, which I thought was like an interesting like take on, instead of, you know, your pew pew man, you shoot little lemons, you gotta mash some people with your fists.
I'm down with it. It's currently $15.29, 10% off at $16.99 regular. And yeah, it's Mega Man with some Metroidvania kind of built into it, but it is so beat for beat. It's that example of like
the art style is like perfect,
the
right?
mechanics, more importantly, because we've seen great art style completely just kicked in the junk by bad mechanics, right? This hits all the beats, and it's what you remembered playing way back in the day, you know?
It looks a lot like the Mega Man X2. Again, I only played the Saturn one, so it's X2 and X3 for me. That's it. But yeah, looks the part, definitely.
Yeah, and look, they even tell you, like, hey, we tested this with Ubuntu 22, which is good. It runs with an Fermi graphics card or newer Intel. Yeah, this will run on anything. Run on anything.
Okay, so if it works with, for me, it's not Vulkan, that's OpenGL.
Oh, I mean, yeah.
No. I mean, we have talked about you can do Vulkan for 2D, but like, you know, yeah.
So last week I talked about the Pale Court, which is a fan-made DLC for Hollow Knight, and it's amazing. You watch the trailer, like, this is fan-made because if somebody put it in front of you. Hollow Bug, you know, an empty bug, you know, Metroidvania platformer. It's awesome. It came out 6 years ago, and we're all sitting around like, where is this Silk Song? And we're still waiting on it. But what happens is when you don't release a game after, like, because, you know, in Team Cherry's defense, they announced Silk Song like 3 seconds after Hollow Knight was released. That's why people didn't wait. Maybe they should have held off. And originally, Silk Song was supposed to be like the additional character from the Kickstarter, but, you know, they had the foresight of, you know what, this serves its own game. We're probably better for that. But if you want to install Pale Court or just mods in general with Hollow Knight, you got to jump through some hoops. And you got to know some things. Are you going to get the pink squares of, like, somebody used capitalization?
Pink squares of, according to Scott, shader not found.
Yeah. You know, that's
case-sensitive file system.
Welcome to Unity right there. So you want to avoid that. And unfortunately, that does mean installing Hollow Knight. with Proton, but the mod manager is 100% native. It's brilliant, and it's got a ton of stuff in there too. So if you're looking for like a crippling addiction, you want to reignite one, here we go. It's super simple. Show you how to get it set up over at LinuxGameCast.com. Easy enough to do. And not only with Pillowcord, I knew nothing about this. I've intentionally stayed away from Hollow Knight because I need my time. Hundreds, maybe not hundreds, but definitely 100 different mods, including multiplayer, are available for Hollow Knight these days. And it's super easy to get set up. It's nothing, you don't have to put a ring on it. You can uninstall it. Go for it if you want the randomizers, all the cool stuff that you've seen people do. I didn't check whether or not the gun mod is available, but I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Where you don't have to worry about that sword, you just get a semi-automatic.
I'm curious, like how the multiplayer would work. Do you have like Hollow Knight and Full Knight as your two players, or
you can pick your characters? I mean, I've definitely seen like different replay. You know, it's like Hollow Knight and Mario or something like that.
Right? Oh yeah, or you get like Samus or Master Chief in there. And
Zangief.
Dude, oh man, Hollow Knight with grappling, man.
I think it'd be pretty dope. I think it'd be pretty dope. Pedro, you're the one that put the most time into this one, so you get it.
50 hours according to Steam. Yeah, Vampire Survivors. There's a new version. They released the trading cards earlier in the week. You probably saw that because you had a bunch of notifications on Steam. And I'm like, what the hell? Yep, there's the trading cards. They also have like the rest of the Valve community items, like the badges, the emoticons, and the profile backgrounds. There's the big update that's coming is the co-op mode. It's local co-op, unfortunately, but they have it. You know, it's progress.
For now, there are rumors of them working on, at least for the Xbox,
Vampire
online.
Survivors MMO.
Okay, all right. But yeah, no, it's they have a gameplay video, and yes, it is basically right now the game becomes a lot easier.
And
because
I'm not playing that because IGN strikes me as the type of company that will try to claim our video because we
possibly.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, right now the levels are not made for multiple people, just the one. So when you have those many people with those many particles and weapons just shooting, it becomes a lot easier. So
Dude,
yeah,
I mean, you get co-op vibration.
Mm.
I'm just saying.
so you can vibe with your partner. Yeah, though they're also
Does it
switching
have
to
.io integration though? That's the real question.
Yes, they're switching to a new engine. It is from they don't really mention any of the commercially available ones, so something tells me they're going to be developing their own.
It's
And they
Crytek,
have
I'm calling it. It's Crytek.
No, it's Sledworks.
Unreal 5, like all the games that are coming out now.
So
built in Unreal 5.
So right now their current framework is like a HTML5 JavaScript CSS one, which like in terms of game portability, Phaser engine, which is like really good for portability. Because like now Vampire Survivors is on fucking basically everything that has a browser.
Yeah, like they were talking about like they were giving Pixel plenty of props during this too. They're like, this is a great prototyping and
yeah. But now I guess they need to make it a real boy, or support even more particles on the screen so that you can't see what the fuck is going on.
Imagine that, like, you know, I've watched Pedro. I don't think I've watched people play, and I've played it myself. And the pixel chaos that starts taking place just a few minutes into the game, man. Like, imagine that with 2 to 4 people.
That's the thing. There's less chaos because you're killing the enemies faster, so you clear the screen more.
No, but can we get a mode where I can play as like hordes and navigate the hordes into the?
No, I want to see the subliminal messages mod where like all the pixel stuff starts like eat more burgers, eat chicken,
obey.
Yeah, that kind of shit.
Man, I wish them the best of luck with that. So that's going to do it for Steam segment.
Yep.
Time to switch gears and talk about what NVIDIA being NVIDIA.
Mm-hmm.
It's the news.
Yes.
Ooze, transition.
Fight me. It's like, yeah, let's do like one linear run and like fuck you. Then we're doing a transition too.
No, it should just be like just leave it on Pedro for like 2 minutes, just
uncomfortably.
Like
Just start a countdown timer for like 6 minutes for no reason.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But yeah, let's talk about the 4060 Ti and how it's totally going to be
so
the hottest
excited.
shit.
NVIDIA is going to play this very, very fucky because the RTX 4060 Ti 16 gigajoule version, yeah, they're doing that. Now, welcome to I'm waiting for the 4050 24 gig version. So the whole thing, a bunch of reviewers have came out and at least hinted, Hardware Unboxed, a couple other like, yo, this thing's coming out. But they're not getting any review units. Nobody's seeding them. The AIBs are not seeding them. NVIDIA's like, what's 16 gig? We never heard of that. What are you talking about?
According to Hardware Unboxed, the AIBs are like, we don't know when these are supposed to be available. Like,
so they don't even know if they're going to make them. I'm like, like, would you?
At this point, no.
So to quote Hardware Unboxed's tweet, the 4060 Ti 16 is meant to be arriving this month being July. We're quickly running out of July. On the 18th, that's in a few days. NVIDIA has announced the July. There's no official review program for the model. Of course, there's no Founders Edition for this. Gentlemen, I think the main reason we're seeing this is because the 4060 got called what it is, a 4050 if you squint. Like, if you give it like extra credit, it's
a little overpriced for what it is. And I think NVIDIA is realizing that people just don't care, so they might as well just drop the pretense.
See, I'm in NVIDIA, and I'm like, why is everybody complaining? It's the memory, that's it. So it needs another 8 gigs on it. Yeah, we'll just slap that on. Are you going to upgrade the performance of the 4060 Ti 16 gigs? Nope. Why? We're in NVIDIA.
Yeah, it really does seem like they're just trying to snooch this out there so that like there's another card on the market that people will like accidentally buy.
This is NVIDIA though. Look at NVIDIA throughout the past. They will make a card for every potential, even if it's theoretical. There's somebody thinking AMD is going to release something in that tier.
The 1080 Ti was built to compete with a card that AMD never released. Right. So yeah.
And
unless it's below $200 currently, because that don't fucking exist anymore.
No, and they're going to want $500
like,
for this.
What's
this is going to be the $500 card. This is going to be a $500 card. That no one, the memory bus is gimped on this. So like,
are they using the 192 bus or is that the?
I think it's 192, but it's going to be by 8 instead of by 16 on top of that. So
by
again,
8 and a PCIe Gen 4. So if you have a PCIe Gen 3 motherboard, you're going to get half the speed.
Yes. And again, PCIe Gen 3 is probably the price range of board these things are going to get plugged into.
Traditionally, that's what the 60 and 60 Ti series were going to get. It's like older systems that just get a new GPU.
North Ranger is saying that the 4060 Ti is going to be 128, just double stacked. Yeah. So not great.
No, like even my 3060 is 192. Like again, if you need more indications that this is a 4050, like they've moved everything down a stack ever since they've unlaunched the 4080
the 4080,
yeah, or whatever it was, and they went, oh, they're not that dumb. They're like, no, it was
the 4080 12 and the 4080 16,
which
and
were two completely different cards.
Yeah, two completely different cards. Yeah.
Oh. But you know what? NVIDIA's Jensen's over there laughing, man. He's like, I can't. Let me see if I can dig my way out of this. All this AI money right now. You guys are still around. You're right. But I want you to remember us once the AI thing dies down, and we'll come back and we'll make up, baby. Don't worry about it.
No, now it's NFT based AIs, so we got to combine them together now. You got chocolate in my peanut butter.
Where is AMD in all this conversation, though? Because AMD, you're not.
AMD are too busy munching on whatever brand of glue they have this week because they've had a gap the size of a 7600 and a 7900 XT.
7700 and a 7800.
Yeah, basically all the ones
cards
in between those.
Yeah, is currently being filled by Intel.
Yes.
Yes.
Believe it or not, it's like, what should I do to buy a new AMD card? Yeah, buy that Archmage. Yeah. It'll get faster.
It turns out the 770 does okay compared to the 3060 Ti, compared to the 770. Yeah.
Well, that was the thing. Like, we were all worried about, this is the 770. It's meant to compete with like the 3060. And it's like, Yeah, well, I mean, that turns out that's a good thing, because that card, the 3060, is still a really good card, even in this day and age. But
what was the Linus? I saw with the review. Somebody posted in our Discord. The Chinese.
Yes. I posted that one earlier. The Moore's thread
threads.
Technology.
Yeah. How did that? I didn't get a chance to watch the video. How did
it? Doesn't do very well. It is very much like brand new, but it's based on Power VR to some description. Yeah,
they were doing a bunch of those server GPUs. I remember we were talking about that a while ago. So, like,
this one is just trying to basically get on the desktop market based off of that. But yeah, the game performance that Steve from Gamers Nexus managed to get on those was atrocious to the point that Yes, okay. but the 750 Ti was beating it in several games.
But that's the exact problem Intel was, and to some extent still is having, is that, you know, having the hardware is nice, but it's the software that actually like gets bits on the screen. Speaking of,
hang on, I'm looking up benchmarks here, man.
all right. I want to talk about fidelity effects.
Come on, man. Moore's thread. We got to see how this thing swings, because, you know, I want to believe, right? Hashtag
85 frames a second on Diablo 3.
Where's
but with lower lows than the 750 Ti, which means that those 30 FPS on the 750 Ti are smoother than the MTT.
So here it is against the 750 Ti, and you know what? It's faster than a 750 Ti.
This is power consumption, no?
GPU benchmark.
Yes, that's power consumption. That's pulling a lot more power than the 750 Ti, yes.
So faster, right?
Technically, yes.
I want some Steve. Where's the more benchmarks?
Steven.
Back to you, Steve. Didn't Steve used to didn't they used to have a website that they...
Yes. I believe they still do. I don't know if they link it, though.
I don't want to play this video. Oh, here, hang on. I think there we go. Now we're hey,
so, and at the very bottom.
Yep, you can see Counter-Strike Go. Yeah.
So, all right, in CS:GO, this thing's rocking 43.8 compared to the nearest competitor, the 750 Ti, with a whopping 90.5.
Yeah, that's double. But again, this is a driver thing at this point.
It's very much a brand new card from someone who used to work at NVIDIA. The head of MTT is the former head of the Chinese branch of NVIDIA. Mm-hmm. So yeah, all right, we'll see.
I want to believe.
Player 4, come on.
Talking about software, let's talk about fidelity effects. I'm about to fix my pants. But yeah, GPUopen.com, links to all this stuff is in our show notes. Yeah, periodically AMD's like, hey, we write software too sometimes, and instead of supporting it long-term, we are just going to open source it and then make it your guys' problem. And that has given us wonderful things such as like FSR 1.0, which has been implemented across like Proton and GameScope and other stuff. And they've added
hell yes.
They've added three new tools to
slider bars.
Yeah, slider bars.
I'm content.
It's so blurry now, but they
added give it all the blur. That's what it is.
They added blur, lensing, and depth of field tools, which based on these sliders really just make shit a lot blurrier in my opinion.
I mean, that's what blur is supposed to do, right?
Yeah, yep. But even the lensing is kind of blurry, and the depth of field is very blurry.
Lensing it applies like radial blur, and depth of field it just blurs the things that are not supposed to be in focus.
Yeah.
You know, on this
like I said, it's very blurry.
Here, I mean, you could definitely. I mean, it's better.
Yeah. You can see the sharpening one on the contrast adaptive sharpening one at the bottom. Good luck with that, because I looked to see if I could find a difference, and I couldn't.
Well, I mean, it's blurrier.
Yeah, it's
look at our. That's totally not WD-40 can. Nice.
But yeah, the other thing with this is that the Fidelity FX SDK is getting a point release now. They're at 1.0.
What the fuck is this? Eldritch Vision?
Lensing, yeah. It's blurry.
It's like a radial blur from like the edges of a lens.
Yeah, it's just blurrier.
It's like chromatic aberration.
If you want all the stuff to make your shit blurry, AMD's got you covered. I mean, it's open source now. You can get them all from their GitHub page.
And yeah, this is always the like Yep, there's more shit on there. We're cutting that off.
That's ambient occlusion nowadays is the first thing you should turn off if the game that you're trying to play is running like poop. Turn that off.
Contrast adaptive sharpening. Yeah, I get fucked. I can't tell on this one.
Yeah, that one just makes things sharper.
Allegedly. Okay.
Don't cut
You're
yourself
gonna have
on
to
that edge.
zoom in to actually see.
Super resolution. This is the one we're familiar with. Where's my slidey thing? Why is
Yeah, this is the comparison between FSR 1 and 2. 1, 2.
Okay.
Welcome back to Linux Optometry Cast. We're gonna lens 1, lens 2, lens 1.
Rorschach, man. Parallel sort. That sounds like something I should. All right. One of them's a video card.
Sorting noise into a picture.
I mean, is this like a magic picture? If I squint and look at it
Yeah,
backwards,
it's a
reflected through a
sailboat.
fish tank, I can.
It's a schooner.
Downsampler? Pedro, you like downsampling stuff.
Downsampling when it's done properly. I actually, I'll be honest, I like a lot of the things that they're showing. And I hope that stuff like the XVK and whatnot, since that is in the render pipeline, that they find a way to implement a lot of this stuff without running into the same issue like
Oh my god, what's
with FSR2.
Shading?
Yeah, no, it would be nice to see like other sort of like FSR 1.0 hacks, because that was really neat. It gave folks the ability to like lower the system requirements for their games.
Just run it at a lower resolution, and it magically upscales itself to something a little higher, like your native screen resolution.
How long has AMD been releasing and open sourcing their FSR tech?
It's been several years now. FSR wasn't the first thing that they released. They had like Hairworks and a couple other things as well.
GPU Open's been around since 2015.
Tress Effects. That was what it was called. Tress Effects.
So when I think about this, something that definitely comes to mind is, have we seen any open source projects leverage any of this? I can't think of one.
There's not a lot that necessarily would. I think like our best candidates would be stuff like Valorant, like actual 3D games, or like Zero AD and stuff like that.
2016.
Okay.
It was announced in December 2015, but it was released proper in 2016.
When I think about things like the initial release of FSR, you didn't have to do anything extra. Well, not like we can do FSR with Mango HUD or GameScope. I'm sorry,
GameScope and the XVK. Yeah, it's just in there.
Even with that, I don't think I've seen an open source project even adopt that. Now, if you know, leave a comment. Let me know about it, because I want to go play with it.
There was one game I was playing that had FSR like natively in the menu.
Oh, really?
I think it was like Solasta or something. And that was done in Unity.
Has
Cyberpunk has all those
FSR?
options.
Yep.
But Cyberpunk has all the fucking options.
Yeah, it
that's
has
like-
DLSS, FSR1, FSR2.
Again, to avoid confusion in the comments, open source games.
Yes, open source games. So like I think Valorant would probably be like our best bet for something to implement a thing like that.
That would be the most demanding, yes.
Tux card, let's make it happen.
Yes. Well, we maybe you could even run it in a browser.
Isn't that the truth, man? Free Civ. Did anybody ever get into Civilization? Because I neo-dodged a bullet on that pretty hard.
I played a bit of 5 when it came out on Linux, but it didn't really do it for me.
Well,
Not my jam.
if you've always thought, Free Civ's been the open source clone, and we've covered it definitely a few times. And what is this? Well, if you've looked at Civ and you're like, man, I need some more HTML5 in this and some WebGL, 2, you got it. They did it. This is the net version, so you can now play Free Civ in your browser. You can even do this on mobile. I went back and tested it. You can play it against AI or humans. People are on the servers too. They're actually playing on the servers. Now, this is based on FreeCiv Web, but somebody's already set everything up and hosted it, which is based on freeciv.org. So you're good to go. You know what? We can try it live, can't we? We can just click freeciv.net.
Go there. You can host it. You can host it yourself too. It's pretty easy to get set up. If you're running Linux, if you're running Windows, they're like, yo, we have case sensitive files here, and that's just not going to fly under Windows. So we recommend you install a Linux VM if you want to host this yourself, like a real hacker. But yeah, this is
Shelly
using...
and Dave are throwing down. There's 15 players for Shelly and 14 players currently. 130.
Shelly.
Like, I mean, people are playing this.
You can observe.
Yep. Which is you know what, I kind of wish more games had like spectators, because it's like spectator modes, because like especially for like competitive stuff, you'd like to be able to like sit down and like watch people who know what they're doing after like playing the game for a while. Like, yeah, you can go on Twitch and do that, like that's kind of replace that, but it's always nice to have that sort of facility built into your game.
Now, why does this hit differently than game streaming? Because you don't blink an eye at this. You click on this and you're like, okay, it's WebGL, it's WebAssembly. Because
it's still actually running on your computer. It's still running in the browser. Like, yeah, the code, the graphics, all that stuff, that is all still being handled on system. So like there isn't the same concerns of like latency and whatnot, but you also don't get the whole like, oh, well, I can stop playing, and like pick up at the exact same spot on another system, because you know, it's tied. The current session is currently tied to my browser right now. But you could also like, but with browser games, you can say like pause, upload my state to the server or whatever, and then move on. Especially for games like Civilization, where like you can have like super long running games. They have like play by email mode on this, right? Like,
yeah, see, like state tracking, I guess, is probably one of the big ones. And you know, one thing that you can get away with streaming is you don't have that initial load. Where you get a game like this, Risa, you're like, that's light on assets. It only took a femtosecond to like load everything. But you know, like let's say, hey, you wanted to play the web version of Cyberpunk, because eventually we'll be like, oh, did you see they put Cyberpunk in as a web app down the road?
No, they have all 4 Cyberpunk sequels in the same web page that you can just play them all like fucking Flight Simulator.
I look forward to more stuff like this. I'm always fascinated about this. I never get into Civ. Again, like I said, so I will probably not be 1v1. I would like to see this in 0 AD.
Actually allow people to just spy on others, just go to a website, and even if it's like a simpler rendition, not fully rendered, would be nice.
OAD isn't like that graphically complicated. You could probably get away with running that.
You could probably get away with this, and we already have WebRTC's a thing. So like voice chat. Yeah.
Yeah, the browser as a platform is a really powerful thing. Like Google is doing that with their the coffee break games, right? Like, I would like to see more progress, because also like porting your game, as we talked about with Vampire Survivors, right? It's kind of a non-issue. Hey, does your operating system have a browser? It can run our game.
When you think about how many Unity games you can play in the browser, just because of the HTML5 export.
Yeah, the web player, yeah, for sure. Godot does it too. Godot, like straight up, the editor runs in the browser.
Right. Oh man, maybe that's going to be like, okay. How deep do we take this? Hey, let me think here. Would you buy a game that was only available to load online like this?
Would they give you a zip file with all the local stuff so you could just run it locally?
Yes,
or
but
do they tell you just the folder
to do it?
The temporary folder where all of your local stuff is stored, so you can copy it.
Also for
yeah.
So we're like, would you pick it up? Like, would you? Okay, here's what I'm trying to pose to everybody listening is: say you bought a game on Steam, right? And you get it, and you click play. It opens up Chrome, and the game loads.
I probably feel a little slighted, unless I knew right off the bat that it was going to do that.
a little bit, but like I'm not opposed to it.
You wouldn't like. What if that was like the first thought? Not even thought, but your first experience. Like, wait, it's a browser game? Because let's be honest, browser games got a stigma to them.
It's true, but there are a bunch of games on Steam that are basically just that. Like they'll just launch a Chromium embedded framework window, right? Like,
yeah, but I want the out of date version with the library issues.
with all the security holes.
And then you have Vampire Survivors, which is a browser game, and it's massively popular.
Yeah.
All right.
I think the stigma there is like up until recently, like a lot of browser games have been like pretty scammy and exploitative and kind of crappy time sinks.
Well, what do we all think about when we think about browser games? We think about Candy Crush and Facebook games.
See,
Miniclip. Yeah.
RuneScape. For me, that's where I go when I think of browser games. I guess that was running in Java, but like, we still access it.
Oh, right. What was our first experience? It was the Yahoo Games. It was playing pool,
poker,
Farmville. Yes, very good.
Yeah.
North Ranger.
Yeah. So like, and like Flash games, tons of fun stuff on Newgrounds, right? Like, as well. So like,
Dark Throne. I remember Dark Throne. Yes.
Yes. Hail Fenris. Love me some Dark Throne.
All right. So I ran across this page. I was going to tell you about a remake, not the original game, but a remake of a game by some rando online.
Yeah, no, never heard of him.
Nope.
Deadly Dave is the name of the remake of Dangerous Dave, a 1988 DOS game developed by one John Romero.
Some guy.
Never heard of him.
Some bitch.
Well, someone who went on to make a bunch of people their bitch, and Daikatana is still a shit game to this day. But this is Deadly Dave, and Jordan apparently tried to build it. Honestly, I've never played Dangerous Dave, even back in the day. Though I do know of the shooting of Dangerous Dan McGrew because of the Fallout 2 character and basically the entire town of Reading that was an allegory to the shooting of Dan McGrew.
That's how I jump.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I got dropped into this when I built it. Every time I see like a GitHub repo in our show notes, like I should at least attempt to build this thing just so I have something to talk about. Because I don't really give a shit about Dangerous Dave or
How dare you?
or whatever.
This is the pinnacle of.
This is the pinnacle of pre-Apogee John Romero. Yes,
indeed, pre-Apogee. But anyways, the makefile doesn't run out of the box. You need to install all your SDL2 packages, and you need to copy all the stuff from user, include SDL star to the include directory, and then you can run make, and then it works, and then you basically get this game. It runs out of the box. I didn't actually try it with a controller. I just used the keyboard. I didn't even make it this far. I'm just like, okay, yeah, this is definitely John Romero's first PC game. But it's still nice. We're gonna be preservation is important.
See, guys. This is why we need you on the show, John. We need to understand what the fuck PCR is supposed to mean.
Explain the squiggles to me. The purple squiggles.
Got to work with. I mean, it's PCR Fire, man, and of course he's got a nice little red Mario hat, right?
Yeah,
we did pretty good.
I know he gets a revolver at one point. That much I know.
Is that why he's dangerous? Because he's a child with a gun?
There's a revolver.
Oh shit, you're right. Goddamn. Okay, sorry. No, apparently those things.
You went into the squigglies.
Okay. This is the part of the game where I realized you can't go into the squiggle. Give me the gun. Give me the gun. Okay. Gun. It just says gun.
Gun.
Right. How do you shoot? Is
Fuck,
it space?
no idea. Down.
Control.
Oh shit. Oh hell yeah.
Yeah. There we go.
Right.
It is a John Romero game. Gotcha.
Call an ambulance.
Oh
but
shit.
not for me.
Okay. That looked like a shit. Okay. You see where inspiration for the
imp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
The imp face.
I'm gonna quit. I put it down, John. Don't worry. I'm not gonna become your bitch.
Yes. All right. No, but it's. I mean, preservation is important. Like, art needs to be preserved. Even bad art, like Dangerous Day or Dangerous Day.
How dare you? That was an entertaining game.
Yeah,
1987.
When you got the gun.
88.
Sure.
Oh, when I got the gun.
Yeah. Oh wow. So this is a year. The game is a year older
Jordan
than I am.
always drops out and like mini golf. He's like, "Where's the gun?"
Yeah. Well, because I thought it was called mini gun, not mini golf. But speaking of preservation, this comes from GameHistory.org, from the Video Game History Foundation. I got it right eventually. God damn it! They have a report they put out. They put out a large study as well.
It's got graphs and shit, so you know they're serious.
Yeah, the study itself is about 50 odd pages. I scanned through it. I did not read the entire thing, but the broad strokes is 13% of classic games are playable without some form of extreme intervention or piracy. And by extreme intervention, I mean you need to actually go procure the actual hardware, which may or may not be working, or you need to acquire a copy of the game, which may or may not be available, and that may require you going to a physical place or spending a lot of money. So this project, they talked about in the study, they go over Commodore 64 games, they talk about PlayStation 2 games, they talk about and they talk about OG Game Boy games. Commodore and OG Game Boy are the worst of it, with having like under 3% of games like currently available. PlayStation 2 has like 12, which is better, but it's not a good look. So the goal here is they want to start drumming up public support to get an amendment to the Digital Millennium Copyright Act in the United States. There's a renewal period coming up in 2024 where you can submit amendments. So they want to be able to expand the rights of libraries to preserve video games, make it available via browsers or other technologies, so that you don't have to like go to a physical location that has a working console and a copy of the game. In order to experience it. Right now, the ESA is basically saying, oh, we don't need stuff like that. There is a secondary market that allows games to be resold, and this is good enough. You don't need to preserve things anymore. To which we all just like collectively break down in tears, because we know that's fucking bullshit. I don't want to pay $3,000 for a copy of Earthbound.
Yeah, I don't want to pay £2,000 for a working Commodore 64.
Why would you pay £2,000? You said £2,000 for a C64.
For a good condition one, yes.
Like new in box, unopened?
Possibly. It was one of the stupid ones that I saw on eBay.
All right,
you can get them
let's
for
be
cheaper.
realistic here, because we're not talking to people that don't know about fucking how much a C64 costs, Pedro.
I don't know how much C64
there's cheaper
costs.
ones, but yeah, no, that right there is just one of the egregious examples. And as it turns out, Nintendo, while the biggest offender in terms of just the size of the company, they're not the majority when it comes to the games that are unaccounted for. There are thousands of games that you just can't get anymore. You can't find them physically. They're not on the internet because no one ever backed them up anywhere. It's effectively impossible for most people in most parts of the world to actually get those games. And it could be easily solved if a publisher was to make all the games that they've made previously available for $5 directly on their website. But no, let's just sue people for piracy because that gives you more money.
See, this is where it still stays sticky though. Like, how do we affect regional pricing? Like, $5 is income for some people. Like, that's like half a month's income. Like, that might as well still be in the stratosphere.
I said $5 for like the
I
US
know you did, but
market.
we gotta think about it.
But you could adjust the markets. You could just talk to Valve, and they have the automatic pricing adjustment for the markets. You don't even need to worry about it.
But Valve wants 30%.
Yeah, so you jack it up by 30%.
And but again, like this is where libraries come in, because libraries already are an organization that serves the public interest, and what they're looking for is an exemption that says like, hey, you know, we exist for the purpose of spreading knowledge and information, and we want to be able to display these games as they were originally presented. One of the guys behind this actually has a GDC talk where he goes in depth about like what is actually involved with preservation of games, and sort of goes a little bit more in depth. And he was talking about how stuff like ports or remasters, they aren't the original work. They are by definition derivative, and they add or remove things by necessity. Just because, like one example they gave, the Wii U. The Wii U has like very very specific hardware to it. It is very difficult to replicate Wii U games because you need something to handle that asymmetrical aspect of it. So when you have like remasters like Zombie, which is like the remastered version of the Zombie U, it's missing parts of the original game. That the aspects of that are not preserved, and so we need some way to we need some way to like keep as much of it as possible.
So it would be like, in addition to the ROM, you would need something else on top of that for the hardware.
Yeah, well, I mean that is definitely one of the challenges.
Something in software that can at least accurately replicate that. as much as it can.
Again, it's more to the point of like, it can't just be like game companies will make these games available for sale, because like there are aspects of these games that are no longer accessible or playable, right?
If we're going to take something like that to make it for newer systems, we're going to have to adapt it, you know?
Yeah. But that loses something of the original, and they want to have some way to like preserve that. It's not something that's going to be solved overnight, right? And there's still like,
there's already emulators for the Wii U and the 3DS and the DS that have the facility to display the dual screens, and some of them even give you enough flexibility to have like one screen on one of your physical screens and another screen on a different one. So you can have that.
Another example is what Dolphin is doing with the Amiibo integration. Because like previously, certain like gameplay elements were locked behind like physical purchases. You had to go buy a figurine and tap it against your console in order to unlock it. So now they have a way to spoof that, because you know there was that one guy who hated Rosalina so much, and so he bought all the Rosalina Amiibos and destroyed them.
So a couple of different ways to look at this. You know, everybody's got their own individual, here's how I'm going to solve it. I think is, just as we do. And, you know, my first thought when I was reading this is like, all right, game preservation is awesome. Like, but we figured the game preservation part out. Like, there's no like critically endangered games right now. People have ROMs of them by hook or by crook, and it's always by crook. The problem we're trying to solve is a legal way to get hold of it. Is the library the best way to do it? And I think it is to some extent. And we got to figure out like where the dates fall. Because do you have to see the other side of the argument is Nintendo. Because Nintendo's not going to let you sell something that they made unless they sell it.
And they're not going to sell it because they're capital artificial scarcity. Scarcity? Scarcity.
But libraries don't sell things. They lend them.
It's their... No, see, this is that argument. They're like, it's our IP, it's protected. And what is it protected by, though? Because I went and looked up everything for the sake of the discussion. Video game copyright lasts life of the creator plus 70 years. But this is kind of interesting. If you were work for hire, say you were employed by EA or Blizzard or Bungie, you know, beloved game companies, your copyright lasts for 95 years from the date of publication or 120 years from the date of creation. I think that's a bit long.
A little bit.
But the EU, oh, no, not that much better. Copyright lasts for creator plus 70 years. Life of the creator plus 70. In Canada and Japan are both just like, fuck, it's flat 70. We get into the thing with video games is always strange, though, isn't it? Because is it a product or is it art? Can it be both? How do you separate the IP from the experience?
Can you separate it? Is it because there's the argument to be made because the video game is fairly unique as an art form because it has the interactive element, so you can't really separate the mechanics from the rest of the video game necessarily.
But even then, the issue here is that libraries already have the rights to like share movies and books and audiobooks and all this stuff. The only thing stopping them from digitally, the only thing stopping them from doing so with video games is literally just the law here. So
it's literally the SRB being too preoccupied
ESA
catering to the people. The ESA. Catering to the people who are giving them money, like the big publishers, like your EAs, your Ubisofts, and whatnot.
Well, the ESA is all of these guys. They self-regulate, right? Like that. They have investigated themselves and uncovered that they have done nothing wrong and that they can continue doing what they're doing, right? Like,
I can definitely see this being rolled out to libraries than geofenced.
And I mean, like, yeah, there is IP rights and laws for libraries, and there are limitations to like how the libraries can like disseminate their information, or I guess the product here, whatever. So again, they have a solution. This is what they're pushing, but there may be like as you say, like additional like realpolitik that needs to be factored into this as well.
Well, I mean, they're definitely going to be like that, with the whole, if we're going to be using libraries as distribution, like that's a local library.
Yes.
So I want everybody to keep that in mind. Like, this is not going to be like free for all. And that's something that you want to communicate when you're talking to people. Like, why this is a good idea. It's like, don't worry, we're not just going to take everyone's intellectual property.
Or like Library of Conquest or something, right? Like,
right. And just slap it so the world can download it. And like, if you manage to convince Nintendo and Sony's and like, what do you think is a good time for this? Because I'm thinking like 20 years is like a solid 2 decades.
Just to get the big monster that is Congress, the U.S. Congress specifically, just up to speed.
Well, we still got to do it. Well, you remember, Pedro, we got to do it in the EU, and we got to do it in Canada, and we got to do it in Japan, we got to do it in Britain.
Well, the EU will be more likely to comply if the US does it first. Because if the EU has to do it first, well, we've seen how long it's taken to
so if we roll it back
USB-C
to the
as a
question,
standard.
do you think 20 years is a good time?
I mean, 20 years is a pretty long time. Like
for me, 20 years is like the short end, of like where you start with like the short end.
Like, so what's the, like, just to give a practical example, what's a 20-year-old game, right? Like from today, what came out in 2013 and around that? So you got like your Mass Effects, you got your I'm drawing a blank.
What year was 20 years ago?
It was 2003.
2003, yeah. So
let's do a search, man. We have the technology. Let's see, 2003.
So that would
when,
be like Morrowind's,
Max Payne, OG
Max Payne
Call of
2,
Duty, right? Okay.
KOTOR,
Ratchet and Clank, Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Midnight Club 2. Yeah.
Okay, so this was like near the end of PS2, Xbox PS2. This was like near end of days. So like I don't know, maybe, but the issue is like when I think of like what Xbox is saying, like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring Call of Duty to like PlayStation and Nintendo for the next 10 years. Like, that's kind of a drop in the bucket, right? So 20 years is definitely a lot of games, but I don't know if it's like enough. Maybe 10 years, maybe 15 years. I don't know.
I think 20 is because we're talking about classic games, like, and maybe it's my age. 2003 is pushing it for what I would call a classic game.
The study, they qualified that as pre-2010 is a quote unquote classic game, because they say that was when digital distribution really started becoming like the thing for game distribution.
It was the end of the PlayStation 2, like when the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 kind of kicked in.
Yeah. So as far as the study goes, they're saying they define classic games as anything prior to 2010. But
prior to 2010, I don't think they're going to be able to sell that. I think that is their compromise number. That's where they want to start with this. Because realistically, that's what I'm saying. What do you personally consider like classic? Because I have a hard time swallowing N64 games being retro at this point.
but Nirvana is classic rock, right?
Right. What you have to
the
accept.
90s definitely are starting to qualify as classics because yes, it's been 30 years since 1993.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, yeah, I guess maybe 20 years if we want to use like classic rock as our benchmark. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Vintage. 20 years.
Yeah,
retro.
But like, and this organization is their goal right now is just the U.S. So as Ben said, like you would need to have parallel initiatives in like the UK, Japan, Canada, whatever. But the interview with the guy on the Completionist channel, he's basically saying like at this point they're just trying to get the word out. They're trying to like get awareness of this so that they can start like building up their case over time. This was their first attempt at like data collection to say like, no, this is actually a problem. Here are facts and digits to like back this up.
Now, I will go ahead and explain to everybody the retro vintage elephant in the room of why this is going to be extremely difficult to get traction on. It's because every single one of us listening knows that we can just go get the game right now if we want to play.
Yes. Emulators exist. ROMs exist. Yeah.
The Pirate Bay exists. Yeah.
Yar!
And we've said multiple times, like, Steam's shown that if you work hard enough, you spend 2 decades working on a store and you get that friction right and you get that cost benefit working right for everybody. Like, how much piracy has, like, Steam gotten rid of? Because you just
How much piracy did iTunes get rid of when it became so easy to just find the music you wanted?
Spotify,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I think what
Precisely.
boggles the three of us is we're sitting there going, why are you leaving this money on the table?
It clearly they hate money. Clearly.
it's the wrong type of money, and that's the problem.
Then again, like, here's another thing you gotta think about. Like, imagine, like, figuring out the licensing deals and all that with studios from 20 plus years ago. Like, who owns the rights to even... You get what I'm saying? Like, all the stuff they had to go through to get, like, 007 back on as a modern game with, like, the movie licensing and tie-ins, and, like, you gotta run into stuff like that. It's interesting. Support them. Do it.
Yes.
It's a good cause, and we got to get, like, these days shit's just getting memory hold, right? Like, if it doesn't do well enough, they're just like fucking deleting it now. So preservation's important.
Thank you, data hoarders. Now, before we get out of here, a little bit of hate mail, Pedro.
Oh, yes. Occasionally, we do get some genuine hate mail. And if you'd like to contribute, please do so. LinuxGameCast.com. There's a contact button on the thing. Just once you get to the forum, it means you've scrolled past all of the warnings that you should have read getting down there.
Just scroll past all those warnings. Don't read them.
Boop. Say, I'm a human.
Yes. If you don't get past the stone golem, no, the spam golem,
it's made out of processed meat.
Yes, mechanically separated meat.
Mechanically separated goblin.
I mean, goblin's meat. I don't know about these vegan goblins you've been eating.
Wouldn't you go and watch MSG?
Well, it depends on what lore you're basing on, because in Dragon's Dogma, the video game, not the anime was shit.
What lore are goblins most delicious?
That's what I'm getting to. In Dragon's Dogma, goblins are tree spirits.
There was a Magic the Gathering novel I read once, and there was a line from there that, like, got stuck in my head. It's like, oh, this stuff tastes terrible. What is it? It's Mog food. Oh, you mean they feed it to the Mogs? No, it's made from Mogs.
All I'm hearing is goblins got a fucking vegan option, so we're good. We're good with the goblins as the example.
All right. Well, we got one bit of hate mail. Wait, you told them how to get in touch with us, right? I did.
Use
I
the
just
contact page. Leave a comment in the show notes. Post on Patreon, wherever we're at. Do that.
We got sidetracked by the goblin.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm like, did we finish this? I'm not sure. First up, we got one from GP talking about shades. One thing missing in the new Steam UI is the ability to see the shader compilation progress in the settings. It's only visible by launching a game with incomplete shaders at the moment.
Oh, that fucking
or I just stare at HTOP.
Oh, yes. Old trusty of, like, are you doing something right now?
Yeah, the best way to do it is just enable that option and walk away for 20 minutes. When you come back, it'll probably be done.
See, okay, do you leave compile shaders in the background like a normal person? Yeah, I do, and I forget about that sometimes. And sometimes it's like the fucking back to HTOP. I'm like, oh, you're doing
fossilized replay. All right, okay.
But then it fucks you up because you download a new game and it's like, well, now I got to compile shaders. It's like, oh, right. Well, I got to do that now.
Oh, but how do you really do it, man? Okay, this is the hardest temptation, though. You're like, do I want to wait? Or do you want to click play now? I'm like,
yeah, or do you get a brand new game or a game that just started working on Linux, and you're one of the first people to actually get into it, and the game freezes for 30 seconds and you're going, is that a shader? Is it trying to just compile the shader in situ right there? Or did it crash?
I'm still running around screaming, "You're welcome, fuckos."
Because that was my experience with New Worlds. It was New World, not Worlds.
It didn't light your computer on fire?
Mm-hmm.
It did not light my computer on fire, but yeah, I was one of the first people to get through the entirety of the early game, apparently, because once I got to the second city, it just started freezing for like 30 seconds and then continuing. It's like, why are you doing? Oh, you're gathering the shaders from my machine. Okay.
Well, I mean, this is always good. I mean, I read into it like just crazy. Oh, this is where I get questions. This is why I want that A770. My 3060 was not an early adopter, but like technically still an early adopter 2 years later, because I got one like soon as they become available to humans. I was running into that all the time. I was trying to move around in games, just like everyone's welcome. You're getting all these welcome to Vin's Shader Shack. I would like visibly. Do I need that? Yeah, to what Pedro says, I'll normally just get up and fuck off if it's okay. You know, if it's like, ooh, 130, 60, I'm like, I can wait this out. But sometimes it's like 4.
It really depends on the game too, because if it's like God of War, yeah, you might as well like get up and go to the bathroom or something. But
Yeah.
like,
Right. But the entire time, like when you're in that game, you're like, you better not stutter at all, ever.
right?
Period.
Yeah, if you're gonna wait for that, it's like, yeah, I paid with my time. You got to pay with some shaders.
Someone's gonna cry. So, oh, do they have shader caching in Windows yet?
Yes.
An excellent question.
As it turns out, DirectX 12 has the exact same issue. It's not just Vulkan.
All right then. All right
Yes,
then.
but you can just click next on Windows, so it's fine.
Yeah, on Windows, people don't get the initial window like we do of pre-compiling the shaders.
Mhm.
They're always just in time.
Just for funsies, for no reason, it just recompiles them.
It just compiles while you're playing the game, which is why Elden Ring to this day is still a herky-jerky mess on Windows.
Just in time. So there is something to be said about running around and compiling shaders under Linux still. Yeah.
Having that little option to pre-compile them before the game proper starts, it's very helpful.
It's better than having to do, because everyone knows, like, here's the 360, look at the floor maneuver of, like, let's get this area loaded. Then you're like, all right, we're good. Then you take the one step to the wrong direction. Like,
No. Then you move to the new.
now.
Yeah, then you move to the new area, and you're like, it's time to do this song and dance again.
We were talking about AI content creation. This is something that comes up because it's new. I mean, it's developing, it's breaking. We're still trying to figure out the ins and outs, the ups and downs. And Jan writes in, it's like AI is pretty useful for people starting with nothing, to which that is a point I've definitely argued. Plus, it can lead to false flagging. I guess maybe, and it could also lead to false flagging, because we were talking about Steam dealing with AI, and, you know, they've clarified it, and Steam clarified it by going, we're fucking working on it. We don't know 100% just yet. It says, well, at least itch.io is open source and hence a good alternative to Steam, I guess. Maybe that's the point that's trying to be made here. So if you want to do your AI dumpster fire hand,
Like the Unity Ghetto, like all of the other ones, yes, go to itch first. Absolutely.
So someone needs to make like there's that pizza commercial, like Pizza Time. Someone needs to make Pizza Time the game.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
No. Right. The horror, like, face melt shit. You're like, okay, that's the Y boater, but
or the beer commercial was also great.
I've definitely seen some good ones with that. You know what? Like, it's going to get policed a lot by users and individuals. As long as tags exist, like, you're going to know pretty quick if this is like, if this is like some AI nothing game, like, that's one of the good things about like comments and reviews on games. And Valve's not going to, being a tool for prototyping and arting, what would you rather have though, Jordan? Would you rather have some really bad AI generated assisting art, or would you have the just straight up programmer art of like, here's a block.
Do you want your squiggles or stable diffusion squiggles?
Like, to which point I would say, like, honestly, either is fine. My issue is like, you should probably find something to find someone to clean that up and do some like actual assets if you're going to, like, once you like exit the prototyping stage.
Well, I did. I bought the license from Adobe.
Yes,
which is all trained on their data.
Indeed. But again, yes, you can always make the arguments for the small creators, but it's always going to be the big corporations that are really going to abuse the fuck out of it. So
Yeah, but they have the money to get away with it. It's the small guys that can't.
Yeah, but then it's also putting like the small indie artists and indie animators and indie voice actors out of work as well. So like,
I mean, yeah, I mean,
there needs to be something's got
protectionism,
right? Like, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like if your like thing is like, yeah, I'm available on Fiverr. Like if that's where you're going for art, yeah, I can see AI being your solution right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and there's always going to be a quality thing. Like an actual artist is like working with intent is always going to like
working with intent, like uniform, like that. That's why I'm like, yo, you get like the full package, and you're able to do animation rigging, and of course like 3D modeling and stuff like that. Even when it's just like with Stable Diffusion stuff in 3Ds, you're going to still have a superior product to what AI for now.
Yeah.
Do we feel like future laws?
That's the thing with the growth of AI and what it can do and what it may very well be able to do in the short future. It's going to be interesting to see what laws will need to be changed.
Yeah, and like a lot of the times it's going to be like, oh well, we're not gonna put a rule in place until something egregious happens. Yeah. But like then something really egregious can happen, or many
the warning solution is like there's a story behind every warning label.
Yeah. So like I don't know. It behooves us to be cautious, but it also behooves us to like keep an open mind.
And ultimately, at the end of the day, is with all things technology based. Don't give a fuck. It's full power forward. It's going to happen, whether or not by the time you get around to like legislating that, like,
law is always going to take forever to catch up.
Yeah, version 9's already out.
It's gonna miss the point anyways. Look at the DMCA. That was legislation about the internet made in like '85. Those decisions, those were really forward thinking, right? But like,
dude. I think the most important thing to me when it comes to AI, be it with gaming or anything else, is we got to keep it open. That's the big thing. So everybody has access to it. Make it a level playing field in that aspect.
Open and as available as possible for anyone and everyone who wants or has the inclination to,
or will, because like that's going to become a thing. Like the whole, as much as we like to joke around about prompt people,
engineers.
Like,
yes. What do you do? I'm a prompt engineer.
All hail the Omni Sire.
I'm a tech priest.
Hey.
I mean, at that point, you might as well just like go to work in the full tech priest cosplay.
I mean, these are the steps.
Seriously, I'll join the Adeptus Mechanicus. I don't care.
These are the steps we need to take before we get to that menu in Idiocracy at the Hospital.
Yes. Welcome to Costco. I love you.
We can just push that one button. It'll be awesome. All right. So we're going to tech priest up out of here. Everyone, it's been fun, but we need to thank a couple people.
Yes, we do.
We're learning. We're trying to do show.
We're rearranging stuff. So this podcast runs entirely on your support. We don't really run ads, except on Twitch where we have to sometimes. But
we don't run them.
We don't run them.
Yeah,
Twitch does. Runs them. Yes, we have minimal involvement in that. But you can support us by heading on over to the many ways to support us. Patreon.com/LinuxGameCast is probably the best one. You can also give us your Bezos button.
LinuxGameCast.com. Hit the support button. Everything's on one page.
Give us your Bezos bucks. If you got like a Twitch Prime subscription, click on us. You can get access to our Discord channel. You can get access to that via both Patreon and our Twitch subs. Get in there. RSVP to game streams. Ven does Trackmania on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I do random shit or Fridays. I do random shit on Thursdays. Patrick and co, they have stuff going on Sundays. If you want to play some Deep Rock Galactic or Gunfire Reborn, they're going through a lot of like the multiplayer shooters as well. So if you want to, if you want to play games with Linux users, get in our Discord. There's a bunch of them who want to play games with you. Hot, sexy Linux users want to get in the lobby with you.
Penguins near you.
We got a store as well, store.linuxgamecast.com. Get some merch. We got Wish Zones as well. You can buy stuff off them, help furnish our respective studios. If you buy Ven something, you can get your name in lights above him with that busted LED flashing. That Jill got you, one of you guys, something, right?
Not me.
Jill got me a gift card. Thank you very much, Jill. I have a sneaking suspicion is making the joke about dreading the Adeptus Mechanicus, and I may very well buy the hired gun Necromunda game. It's been on my radar for a while. It's either between that and Bolt Gun, because I'm on a 40k binge apparently. So yeah. Thank you, Jill. Thank you so much.
All right. Yeah. Now we can cue the music. Maybe. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for this episode. 560 nice of Linux Gamecast. We're going to be back next week, always right here live on Twitch at 8:30. Unless it's not 8:30, then whenever it starts, that's when we'll be around. Get in touch with me. I'm on the social medias. I'm still on that Bluebird thing at Vinstone. But I hear you say, what about the Mastodons? I like old school. Mass.linuxgamecast.com. Federated. It's there. It's awesome. I'm not on Threads. I'm in our Discord at Vin on IRC. Join Jordan, you're gonna get on Threads though, right?
Yeah, no, I love me some Facebook. I am the Zuck Cuck. I'm Jordan. You can find me on Mastodon at Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com. I'm really not using Twitter as much anymore because it's kind of gone to poo-poo, but you can still follow me there at The Burning Fool. And, of course, twitch.tv/Burning Fool.
Yeah, Twitch. Well, Twitch also has, but Twitter is the biggest offender lately, and it's really become very, very not good as a place to be. So yeah, I've started using Mastodon more, unaccounted for with the actual number 4 at mass.linuxgamecast.com. I'm gonna be posting most of the same stuff that I used to post on Twitter's video games, technology, and
so
other
effectively
stuff.
Stay tuned to Pedro's stream of nothing.
Static.
Mostly nothing, yes.
Let's roll some credits.
Isn't that just milk?
Not if it's concentrated. Can you get concentrated cheese?
I guess.
You can get concentrated milk, yes.
Can you get concentrating cheese?
Can we get concentrated
Honey, bring me my concentrating cheese.
And we got to thank, we got to concentrate extra hard and thank Bar Bramp, Scott Michaud, Atomic Ass, Mike G, Drummer, Pebble, Tomash, Hakeem, Dave, and Ishep. And our little Nikki fans always squeezing those pineapples up out of uncomfortable spots.
Ass.
Super Dust Stoat, Empty, Glorious Egg Roll, and Blast.
Plenty of Sea Monsters, Renault, Rider X Machina, Veritanuda, Justin Nubbin, Darkwing System, TTS Inju, Ogi Von Chiral, and Trage.
Woo! And the Death Notes, Nova, Basil, Chad, Romeo, Marson, Renee, Leonardo DeCresney, Kim, Chris, Stephen, Jill, there they are.
Oh,
Benjamin,
shit, you make
Doom to the
condensed
Watch,
cheese
Stephen
out of
B,
condensed milk?
Dirty
When does it
Dean,
stop?
Back, Gamatron, Dodgers,
Cheese
Andrus
compression.
Gaming, Rue,
Right,
Turnover,
there's gotta be a limit to the technology.
Oil of Hope, Jalot, Piper, and Aromatic Dev.
Hey, thank all of you.
Too many
for making this show
chairlings to
possible.
thank, but you're all
It's a
truly
tsunami
wonderful.
of chairs, which is awesome. That's the best guy. And all of our fine upstanding animals. Carl, Mike, Arthur, and Linux Nero, Aldius, Noctilus, John, Eshep, Dematron, you know it, PS and Joe, Aromatic Dev, and Kai Jory. Look at that. Nailed it.
We did it.
As always.
We did it.
We got through it, man. We made it.
One and
How
done,
did that
baby.
feel? How did that feel? Like,
It was a little long. I kind of have to pee by the end of it, but like, yeah.
Absolutely, I need to pee, but no, that worked.
we'll see you next week, everyone. Dynify.
LGC bottles coming soon.
We still need the catheters.
Right.
Sports
Baby bottles
catheters.
baby bottles with Frank on them.
Sports catheter.
Tactical catheter.
Yes. To go with our
Gun
tactical
metal.
claymore.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my IRL reaction is going to be to like seeing somebody with a. I mean, yes, I know exactly because then Queen kicks in the second I see it before I have any control over my
Yeah, and as you reach for your own sword,
Right,
you're
you're
like,
like, sure.
give me the prize. I am the one.
Born to be kings.
Right, it's like here we are, born to. Oh man, let me see, dude. I got a picture of that, didn't I? I did.
Yeah, it's from Texas, man. You can just open carry swords.
Open carry. Yeah, okay. Sword. Yeah, okay.
Okay, where can you open carry swords?
Texas. Like straight up.
Most states.
Most states, okay.
Yeah.
They don't have, like, knife restrictions?
Dude, I have found, like, oh, no, nobody cares if you have a knife here. They just laugh at you.
Yeah, no, knives are a thing here, not in the US.
You can legally carry a sword in public in most states. Some states require that you need a good reason. Yeah, because it's awesome.
Yeah, listen, I am an immortal. I have been alive for several thousand years, and I need to protect my neck.
Hey, it could be for business reasons.
Yeah, killing is my business, and business is good.
States that allow it. All of them.
Hawaii.
Not New York.
Ex-convicts not allowed to carry swords
Illegal.
in New Jersey.
Colorado, Connecticut. Okay, this is where it's safe to live if you're immortal.
Okay, you can carry it and open carry it in California as long as the blade is sheathed.
Blades over 5. Double-edged blades are prohibited. Okay, so katanas are good in Michigan.
Yeah.
Ex-convicts and fugitives.
No felonies.
As long as you've not been...
Any blade.
Okay.
Texas is not allowed.
5.5 inches. Vermont is 3 blade.
Intimidate.
As long as you won't cause alarm or intent to intimidate others. Well, what are you doing if you're walking around with a sword? No,
it's my emotional support claymore. Shut up.
Yeah, my intent is to stab a motherfucker. I'm not intimidating anyone. They're going down.
Yeah, not here for the intimidation, just here for the stabbing.
What state is that then? Let me zoom in and enhance.
It probably could be California because that sword is sheathed.
Well, homeboy's gonna be walking around Walmart's with the fucking gut sword, just destroying the floor behind him on his back.
Why not? It is Walmart.
Oh man, yeah, live sword action. I've never seen. Let's bring swords back.
Yes, I agree. I've been watching.
I'm down for swords. I'm also down for the gardening spear. I've looked for the gardening spear over here. I can't find
I've been
one.
watching so much HEMA on YouTube. I've been watching so much sword fighting.
I want to bring back rapiers.
Yep.
Little tiny fuck you pokey sticks.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That'd be great. We'd get along wonderfully. Like we'll put corks on the end just so they become annoyance balls.
Put some poo at the end of it. No one's
So you
gonna
can poke
mess with
somebody
you.
multiple times in the temple. Hey, hey.
Touche.
And then they're going to bring back warhammers.
Yeah. At that point, the guy pulls out his gun
hey.
and shoots you. Yeah. Like.
So wouldn't this be interesting if you woke up one morning and the aliens showed up? They're like, what the fuck? They just nullified gunpowder's reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Make the atmosphere so damp that even bullets don't fire properly.
Ah, no, shit. Nanomachines, son. This is aliens.
What's my source? My source is I made it the fuck up.
So overnight, we got to go back to pointy sticks.
Yeah.
Oh, but that also gets rid of... Well, we got to come up with alternate propulsion for space travel, too.
Well, time to get working on those ionizing drives.
Well, we have them. They just only work in the vacuum of space, right?
Yeah. We need big slingshots.
We need a space elevator.
Material science. We need better material science.
Yeah,
Then we can
yeah.
do the space elevator.
We need to build an Alderson disk around the sun.
I was reading in a series where the space spiders built a fucking, what do you call them? Dyson sphere.
A swarm? Dyson swarm or a sphere?
Sphere. A ring, effectively, around their planet. But it was interesting how they had to figure it out because they didn't use a...
Oh, yeah, that's called an Alderson disk.
It's called a spider ring, man.
Nah. Yeah, spiders have to fight Alderson for the name of that.
All right.
Spalderson.
These are space spiders.
Are they spiders from
Nuclear
Mars?
is still the answer. Yeah, we need to get away from the
Project
the
Orion.
atomic stigma.
Let's fucking detonate nukes and ride the shockwaves to 10% the speed of light. That shit is dope, and it works with our tech level.
We got the ways, just not the will.
Yeah, we don't even gotta go that far. We gotta get to the fucking Kuiper belt where there's a shit ton of uranium there that we can use to like build more of those ships.
Sith Owl, they'll fire underwater if the forget what it's called. The bit that actually creates the spark that goes into the cartridge is not thoroughly soaked
That's
and
the
useless.
blasting part. Like, as long as this water is still like that, I can use a piece of like metal and tap it and it'll explode.
Primer, thank you.
No,
no, that's the time machine.
So who likes Garthulu?
It's okay.
It's like I could make better.
No, I think I've just straight up seen better.
But have you seen Cuter?
Yes.
I like that comic that Jordan posted earlier. No cat survives for 40 years, John.
The skull.
So what do you guys want to do in the after show?
I threw in Jackbox as a suggestion. You threw Bomberman's. I'm down to try Bomberman's.
Bomberman's pretty easy to do.
How many people do we got? I guess is the
Well, that's what I'm
question.
saying. Bomberman's got like 3.
So if we don't, I guess it's Bomberman if we don't have any volunteers.
Anybody want to play Jackbox tonight?
I'm okay with Jackbox. I like Jackbox.
We haven't done it in a while. That's why I brought it up.
Just Joel?
Just Jill? I don't know.
All right.
What about Patrice or North Ranger?
Oh, no.
Or is North Ranger gonna fall asleep in live again?
That's how you do it. I see. I've already asked. What is Stump? Oh, that's update queued. He's got to provide the appropriate motivation.
Yes.
Oh, sitting. All right. Got it. See? Like that. And by opportunity, I mean you gotta threaten to not let people play.
Yeah. Shake them down a little bit.
That's right. You gotta pull a Nintendo and add some scarcity to the equation.
Yes. I'm gonna buy
there's
all
a
those
C-
Rosalina amiibos.
There's a
hate her so
C64/Spectrum game called Pedro.
I mean, does this
That's on
surprise
Steam.
you? Oh, okay.
There's a cereal at the grocery store called Jordan's Morning Crisp, and I just have to stop myself from shoplifting just a bunch of it. I'm just like, no, it's mine. It has my name on it. I can just walk out with as much as I want.
That's
I'm
how you
Jordan.
end up.
This is my crisp.
No,
Signed.
not
What
the gifts.
the fuck?
We're not buying you stuff, Pedro.
God damn, Pedro. Seriously.
You gotta show at least some nipple for that.
Oh, Steve, I hate your new copying thing. Just copy the fucking thing.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
reliant on middle click paste. I get fucked up when I go to a system that doesn't have that.
Sometimes, because like sometimes it'll get trapped in middle click, but what I want it to be trapped in this other mysterious Walterverse fucking buffer of Control Shift V. All right, so
Which so some people may not know that Shift Insert is the keyboard way to get access to what's on middle click.
how dare you point out?
Control V or Shift Insert. That's usually
Well, no,
okay. Control V isn't
Shift-
working. Shifted.
Shift Insert is the X clipboard. Control V is the DE clipboard.
I guess
because we and then there's Control K on the terminal, which takes you into the Shell's clipboard because it has its own.
Or you can do
wait, what?
Super V to choose from the clipboard what you want to paste. Thanks, Windows. That's actually useful.
Okay, I'm gonna download Jackbox Party Pack 9.
9!
And we will light up the after shows in a minute. We gotta get up. We gotta stretch our big strong legs.
Yeah, it's we did. So how long was the whole thing intent?
It's about an hour.
Hour and 26.
Change.
Okay.
I gotta just have faith in our ability to fucking end at an hour like we're just organically going to do. Like adding any attempt to like look at a clock and add pads is probably a bad idea.
Yeah, we got about an hour's worth total of conversation in us, anyways. We dragged a little bit at a couple points, but that'll get better with time.
Distracted by goblins.
Oh, fuck yeah! Like, wait, did we finish talking about that? I don't even fucking know
Have
anymore.
we settled this? Oh, goblins. I'm just,
goblins.
I just finished that last night. The Watch, the latest, The Watch, Terry Pratchett's.
Oh, nice.
What was it called? It was like something, what was the name of the goblin? And like, it's all right. The no intermission bio break was good or rough. For who?
For you?
I'm guessing for Sethel.
For the viewer? I mean, I guess, yeah. I mean, say what you will about commercials, it did give you an opportunity to get up and go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're
That's
This is
that's
why
what people used to do when the commercials came on. Just get up, pee, maybe get something to eat, and come back.
Now, no fairness. It is a live stream.
Yeah. And Twitch has live rewind now, right?
No.
YouTube. Oh man, YouTube's had that forever, and it's so
YouTube
good.
is when it comes to technology, YouTube just reckonates Twitch across the board with everything except for like user interaction, like chat.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Speaking of bathroom,
It is I mean, then again, it is Google. Well, like Google better be better than Twitch, but I mean, Twitch is still stuck at like low ass bit rates.
Yeah, Twitch is resistant to change.
See, this is
Just lemonade or special lemonade, so though.
this is all part of our master plan to drive people to view us on their mobile. Because then you can take us with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take your tablet, take your phone into the toilet. There we go.
Available anywhere your poo is.
That's another thing that I now have to start looking at. Phones.
Do you have to, or do you want to? Like,
The battery on that Motorola lasts for 24 hours. That's the reason I stopped using it. It's like, no, that's if I forget one day to charge it, that's it. I'm fucked. So, yeah.
I'm more impressed
Nokia
that you
was
can go
pretty good.
24 hours without charging something. Hang on, let me test this. How often do you forget in a 24-hour period to charge a device, Jordan?
I'm pretty obsessive compulsive about it.
Like if I'm not out and about, it comes home, get plugged in. Kind of.
I usually I was team plugging it in before I go to sleep, but now I'm plugging it. I usually like charge it in the middle of the day, but usually I try to get like one full charge per like device. Like this guy is the only thing that dies on me, and that's just because I forget how many times I've used the damn thing. But and my backup is I have a second one, so I can just like pop that in and let the other one charge. So
part two of the question for everybody: do you expect your mobile to last 24 hours? Just asking. I know I don't. On my tablets, I look for like a solid 8-9 hours of real use. Now that means, yes, they will last longer than 24 hours if I'm not like streaming video on them.
I think realistically, I know not to expect a full 24 hours. I would like 24 hours.
Yeah, no, I fully expect, like my Nokia 7.2 used to do, 3 days of battery life without me having to worry about charging it, because I don't use it very much.
Pedro, I can get you a feature phone that'll do 7.
I still want some smart functionality.
I mean that's kind of like for me, it's battery life has always been one of those like high priority features. Like if a thing could support like multiple batteries or like had easy hot swap or stuff like that, like that was always an attractive proposition to me. Mm-hmm. Just because you don't want to be stuck out without a battery, stuck out in the middle of nowhere. I like Game Boys and iPods. Those things would constantly die on me because like you'd go on long trips or whatever, and like
I think what like sold it for me is like even my car has charging ports now. Like me being somewhere where there's not a charging port is like I'm going to go out in the woods and I'm going to walk by a fucking tree with the USB out on. I'm like, God damn it! All right, fine. Click.
that tree's actually a cell phone antenna. Like.
Oh, that's a honeypot tree.
Yeah. There's a couple weird ones. Like there's the fake trees. There's a
we don't
church.
have the wishing tree. We have the charging tree.
There's a church that has an antenna like built into the cross up at the top.
The ones, if you want to see some good ones, that just they're not trees, but man, they try so hard. If next time you're in Vegas, just go looking around, just like one street off the main strip, like. They're everywhere, man. And you're like, what the fuck's that supposed to be? It's like, oh, that's a tree. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's a cell tower? Okay.
That's supposed to look like a tree? Okay.
Listen, they're in Vegas. They don't know what trees look like.
Yeah, this is fair.
It's literally the middle of the desert.
It's Nevada. Like, there's the sand. Sand and radiation.
All right.
Little Jordan.
Tiny Jordan.
Oh.
Let me fix that. Richard.
Make it even smaller.
There we go.
Yes.
360.
Okay, wait. Can I do a spin? Can you spin me around?
Yeah, I can. I can invert you, man. Like.
Ooh. Oh God! What have you done to me?
Jordan's in Australia.
All right, let me. See, that should scale just like so. There we go. All right. So, let me go get some trick and we'll play some Jackbox here, Mike. Get your browsers ready. Get logged into Twitch.
Yes.
Which I'm going to check right now before you even get on.
Yeah, jackbox.tv. It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Jackbox.
Wait, why can't I move you? But I want to move you.
How about the power to
move? Fred? Okay, now I can move. Yeah, here it comes. All right. Is that? Come on, Vivaldi! Don't you fail me, Jack? God damn it! You're gonna fail me.
Going down.
All right, I might as well figure out what my Twitch login is.
Oh, yeah. So I haven't logged in that browser for a while.
Boy. Am I logged in? Whoa! LinuxGameCast. Yeah. Wait, is that okay? Can I do it? Yeah, fuck it, whatever. Sorry, I had to have some very careful deliberation there. All right. Let me move all that to close all tabs to. Is that right? Can I change my name? No. I don't want to be this one then. I want to log out. I'm going to log back in with my other one. No. All right. Do I have to clear cookies on this?
Can you just do like a private browsing window?
Yeah, but then it won't save it. And we got to decrypt what the fuck this password is. Oh, we'll figure it out in a minute. I really do got to take a little bio break. So
Go
everybody
for
get
it.
ready if you want to play in the after shows, and come back. We will light that up and try to remember. I'll just play LinuxGameCast. You'll know it's me.
Arthi, what's with all of the notifications now? Is that really necessary?
Yes.
It's like, oh, I'm syncing the passwords in the background. Massive notifications. Really? Really? Okay. All right. Hey, I had forgot just how much crap that image came with. Motorola has a lot of bloatware that they like to foist upon people.
Is this Google Motorola or I guess Lenovo
Motorola. Yeah.
Lenoverola?
Lenoverola.
Oh man, I'm not looking forward to Monday. Cut phase 2 begins. It's not as extreme as cut phase 1 because I lost most of the weight that I wanted to in the first cycle. So now it's in solidarity with my wife who is trying to cut a bunch of weight, and I don't want her to suffer alone while I'm just like, oh, blah, blah.
Yeah, no, I have noticed that my metabolism is slowing down and my eating habits have not, so the belly is growing.
One thing I've definitely noticed after losing like a bunch of fat is like my tolerance for like not eating is definitely a lot lower. Like before I could just kind of like cruise through a day and be okay, but like if I don't eat regularly now, I just get stupid and angry. Like more so than usual.
You don't have the fat reserve, so your body is going, it's like, hey, we need something. Hey.
No, but honestly though, like the weight loss feels pretty good. I'm glad I did it. It took a while to get to this point. It's a lot of like small changes that add up over time. But like, fuck, it sucks.
I've never been like fat in any way, shape, or form that you could call it that. But I can imagine like the fact that you can get up a lot easier because you don't have as much weight.
It's less so that it's like the joints definitely feel a lot less grindy though. But it's weird because like it's like your body is changing, dude. It goes through like,
what are we on about?
Weight loss.
Yeah, it's just like going through the process of like getting used to a new body, and like it's not the same anymore. It's weird.
It takes time to get used to a different body configuration. 100%.
Yeah,
especially if you're not used to it.
The one time that happened with me was between my being 16 and being the shortest kid in my class. Even all the girls were taller than me. To being 18 and being the tallest kid in my class. I had to change clothes. I had to change how I walked. I had to duck when going into certain doors.
Drug, man.
Performance enhancing drugs.
No, it's growth hormone, man. It spikes when you sleep. That's why when you're a kid, you start off, you wake up and you're like, why does everything hurt? and you're like 2 inches taller all of a sudden.
I hit my growth spurt late compared to the rest of my class.
Oh.
The
Hey, Drew.
kids
Hi, Jordan. Hi, Vin.
the kids going
Hello,
through
Joe.
his it's projected to be about Ven's height, so that's going to be interesting.
What?
Oh.
Oh, a 2-meter tall boy.
Yeah, a
Force
beanpole.
perspective, dude. I'm barely a meter tall.
Yeah. It's just like Gandalf.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like the Hobbit. Now they show the Hobbit,
Yeah.
which was bad. as
It's
fuck.
like how Jonathan Rhys Davies is like 6'5". He's playing the short guy.
Hello, After Chosen. What's going on? How you doing, Joel?
Hey, good. Yay.
Good.
You guys got done earlier, so that was nice.
That's one advantage of doing it all in one sitting.
Yeah, you guys did a good job.
I was slightly unnerved by that because I was like, wait a minute, where's the intermission?
Yeah.
There's usually an intermission here. Oh God.
Just wait until we start getting older, man. We're gonna start doing this thing at like noon. Like, it's getting a little late. I don't know if we can still do 1 p.m.
We start at 4 p.m. around dinner time.
Yeah.
Yeah, bedtime's at 8.
Yeah. Gotta get it done.
I mean, we joke.
During the week, 4 p.m. has been lunchtime for me because I usually don't stop while I'm at work.
Don't stop, can't stop.
It's just easier to just do the 8 hours nonstop. Technically, I only have to work 7.5, but that's a
Oh, do you
fucking
get to do
joke.
time tracking? You're like, oh, I need to get up. Let me click.
I don't track it every now and then. I get up, but I try to get through as most of it as possible before I stop for any length of time significant enough, like cooking. So yeah, usually 4 o'clock is when the cooking happens.
I'm gonna start Jackbox Party Pack. Oh, let me get logged in first. All right, we got stages to this. I got to decipher.
I need to pee, so I'll be right back.
You do that.
I'll do the same.
So,
Are you gonna pee together? Is it gonna be a sword fight?
aw. Can I?
On
Yeah.
guard.
This is like a legitimate issue. Can I just open a new tab? Pretend I never did that, so I can figure out what my VinMints login is. Nope. All right, could I just clear the cookie there? Cookies. Delete. Reload. God damn it. All right.
Oh, you might need to. Do you have? You need to delete the Twitch cookie, maybe. If you're doing it that way.
Yep. Hang on. You got the right idea. I need to log out of Twitch. Log out. Good luck ever remembering that login. Log out. Oh, we probably need to put. Did anybody put the old Linkerino in there? No, they didn't. There we go. Jackbox.tv. Done and done. Username.
Username.
Okay, I know my that. Now, what is my password, Jordan?
Is it Hunter 2?
No. Oh, I truly do not know. Where am I logged in? On the tablet, probably.
You have two-factor off like me, don't you, Vin? On Twitch?
Yeah,
Well,
I definitely do, but I still need the
that's not-
password.
That's not the problem,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah. You have the second factor. We don't have the first
Yeah.
factor. That's the
He
problem.
needs the first.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
That's the same password as my luggage.
Maybe it's pizza.
Maybe it's Halle Berry.
You know what? Oh shit! Yeah, I know where it's. Wait. Okay, who's? I don't want to hear a word. We've all been through this. Everybody knows exactly what we're going through. It's like, let's hack ourselves.
Yes. What stupid password would I have guessed?
Right? How do I get into the
Chrome save passwords.
Vivaldi?
Front
Page. Open page settings. Oh, it's trying to open the overlook. God. Vivaldi's settings. Yes, move. Okay, now that's the design flaw. Passwords, right? Show save passwords. Yes. Give me one that says Twitch. That says VinMints. Oh shit. Oh, that's the one I used.
We'll find out. We'll see. We'll see if it works, man. Like that's
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Welcome back. I'm trying to log into a new device. Okay.
self-hacking. Hold on. We need like techno music, and you need to wear some shades. And we need a banana smashing on the keyboard.
We're getting there. This email it's going to send me a verification email because it doesn't recognize me. There we go. Glopnik, Max Hack. You know what? I wish we could just like socially wear those fucking masks because those things are awesome in the wintertime.
Very, very comfy, yes.
I used to wear them as a kid a bunch. I guess now it's fine when kids do it. Adults,
Right.
not so much.
You're like, oh, look at the little kid.
I was like, oh look, it's Masked Intruder.
You're gonna rob a bank?
Okay, I've hacked it. So let me get this thing on. Hey, remembered not to go full screen, but it's still 720p because that's checkbox for you.
Lowest common denominator, right?
Yeah. It makes screen organization a
Little challenging.
little bit because my third monitor is being taken up by the DAW.
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 Duh.
Yeah.
You guys are getting game audio, right?
Duh.
I hear
I hear crickets.
Okay. Yeah.
yeah.
Crickets?
Jeez, man, I thought I was doing better than that, you guys. God. Hey.
They couldn't hear us the entire time? Oh,
Oh, that's what I need to throw on my wish list. I need an electric drum kit on my.
No, I thought you were going to say electric cricket button.
I mean, I could. Oh shit! There's an old Casio keyboard my wife dug up out of her parents' basement. I want to see if I can. It apparently has a MIDI out, so I want to see if I can like hook it up to this shit.
Oh, it's going to be
Oh,
used
there
for.
you go. They do sell cricket noisemakers. All right.
All right. You go,
There they are.
doo-doo-doo.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna learn how to play.
Right, that-
That's it. Stops
And then you can
there.
do like the Wild West, like, woo, dun, dun, dun.
No, one thing I found that's kind of weird, and I would like to ask them if I ever get the opportunity. But the black metal band Summoning, I think, is using the same sound font as Babylon 5, and I want to know if that's intentional or not.
Ah.
Number 9. I don't recognize any of these. Is this the new one?
Yeah. Well, no, I think this
Yeah.
is 9. I
Oh,
owned
we
it.
played that one. We
exciting?
played that one with the stacking things. That
the
one down there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I
remember
am
playing
drawing
this.
a blank on this.
There we go.
Okay,
And there's Fibbage 4. Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Lie to
Yay,
people.
Fibbage.
Yay, lying.
Okay.
It's on the internet. Everyone lies.
Oh yeah, quick store. We were like trying to sort things, is sort of like playing.
Yeah, just like
Tetris.
traditional. The fuck do we play this?
There was a lot of that going on, yes.
Let's start with some Fibbage 4, though.
Fibbage 4, you stupid whore.
Let me
Fibbage
do
4.
this. Well, I just want to make sure that I'm like the VI human person thing. Then I'll give you guys a room code. Hey, all right. Go to Jackbox TV and enter the room code. Unhide. Oh yeah, they got QR codes now. That's kind of dope.
People play this with their phones.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're the weirdos using mice.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get over to After Games. There you guys go.
That's my favorite way to talk to people over IQRJ.
Fine, I'll be the moth with claws.
Oh, I'm gonna be this fucking Putu looking thing.
Yeah, the pufferfish with legs looks fine to me.
Yeah.
You know what? If you combined a goose with a turtle, it wouldn't be that different from either a goose or a turtle in terms of like demeanor.
But would it be more or less delicious?
It has the worst qualities of both. So probably
It would
not.
honk at you and have cat sharp claws like.
Well, it'll try to bite you, but it's also got like armor and can
So
like retract its head.
across the board, we're just all to agree that it is venomous, right?
Right? Yeah. Well, if it bites you, you will die for sure.
Can it like crawl like insects though? Does it have those feet where it can just go walls and shit and hang off ceiling?
I don't know. It might be able to fly. It might. The shell might open up and wings come out.
Yeah, like beetle styles, like split shell.
All right.
This is my new D&D character, by the way.
Okay, everybody, if you don't know how to play, join the club. We played Fibbage once, so let's let me
Lie
check
to each other.
storage.
Yeah.
Crunch. How much space? We got 500 gigs, so I can record this.
La 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 la.
La la la. God damn it. Come on, Gerbil.
Sa la 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 la.
Cooperate, gerbil.
Welcome to Fibbage, a game
Yay.
that's got 4.
The game that ancient aliens left.
Shouldn't it be
etched on the walls of the
Fib
strange
Forge?
obelisk that I found in my basement. I haven't seen a group of people so well prepared, so hardy, so courageous since I want to say the Donner Party. And if you're
Oh,
stuck on
boy.
the sidelines, why not join the audience? The audience votes on their own lie to earn points and fake out the players.
Would you like some
Press
fudge?
Play.
Yes, I have fudge actually, but I gotta not eat
Hacker.
it. Polly shouldn't be.
This is round 1, and that means you earn 500 points for every player you fool. And you'll score 1,000 for finding the truth. All right, choose a category.
All right.
All right,
Drummer.
What kind?
First question. From 1914 to 1933, there existed in Chicago a speakeasy, theater, and public forum where poets and anarchists mingled with attorneys and doctors. It was called the Blank Club. Now, enter a lie on your device that's believable enough to fool the other players. If you just can't come up with anything, use the Lie For Me button to get a suggestion.
Okay,
or
no
half
cheating.
Points. What are you waiting for? Go!
All right. My guess was not the right answer. Noted.
No. This isn't mine either.
The Mickey Mouse Club.
Okay, those are the choices. Guess the truth on your device now.
Grab clip.
Yeah.
Filthy titty club.
Moment of truth.
Penniless. No.
Oh no!
Fake.
Freight Club. Nom nom nom.
Sounded so plausible.
Admit.
How many of
No.
you got fooled by me, though?
Shut up, you prehistoric bird.
Oh,
That's it?
plenty of you got fooled by
Oh,
me
damn.
too.
Wait, watch it actually.
What?
Dill pickle.
Eat. Playing traffic game.
The Dill Pickle Club in Chicago is patronized by the likes of Upton
Cool.
Sinclair.
Right, Mr. Fox Dog isn't
and
here.
an undercover
Because that's like a
craft
fucking
dressed
Mr.
as a
Fox
girl.
Dog answer. He's not actually
It
playing
is.
right now.
No, that would have
I
been a
got-
diddly dee or something like
All
that.
right, flibbity flibbity.
Yeah.
All right, so how bad are we doing? Not last. All right.
Okay. Filthy titty.
Category.
Filthy titty club.
Oh.
Alright, Alan Malbert. I thought that said cum sluts, not civil
Let's see what
suits.
you think of this. It's a 1 in 12.
You gotta lay off the porn for a week.
But millions of Japanese people have bought special insurance because custom demands if you blank, you have to throw an expensive party. Okay, enter those lies.
Oh, I don't know. It's like you want a joke, but like you also
You also
don't.
want the points.
As long as you don't do any pandering.
Well, I mean,
Those are
obviously-
obvious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but if the goal is to guess the truth, if you pander, like,
Yeah.
no one's gonna vote for you.
All right, pick the truth.
I'm basing this just on my observed people in this group's ability to grammar.
Fuck. I don't know. No, it's not that. It's absolutely not that.
Let's see
I
what you
panicked and I clicked on something.
Jackpot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh,
You have offended my
I could get
health. Prepare to die.
I clicked on
Yeah.
something at random. Oh.
I'll take it.
And it was also
Audience.
Yeah, it was mine as well. All right, we had the same idea.
Well, I could
One brain
nullify
cell.
it. Yeah.
One brain cell.
Hey.
Oh, and Alan.
cheating on somebody.
One brain cell.
Oh, God damn it, drummer.
Yeah.
I mean, more people than me.
I have a 1 in 12,000 chance of
Gimme.
graduating.
Hyphenated. Hyphenated.
For about $65 a year.
None of y'all would have thrown hyphens in
Covers
that.
up to $35
Not a single one of you.
that you would spend throwing a lavish celebration after you get a hole in one.
I mean, maybe drummer. I don't know. I don't know drummer that well.
I wonder if you have to throw that expensive party to get a hole-in-one in, like, Wii Sports or something.
Hey, let's see what's in the fan mailbag.
Oh, look. A horror's.
No cute laugh. No batteries needed. Right?
My name is Sid from Sylmar, California. Since
Hi, Sid.
2018, my neighborhood has had a pretty unique feature. It all started one afternoon when I left my room to discover blank on my roof.
You know what? I know what this
Silver,
is.
California.
Get your lies now.
Yep, that's right. Albuquerque, California.
Yep. That's where my brain went as well. Right?
Sylmar.
We've got the fucking Californians here trying to like rack their brains.
Trying to gamify this.
Sylmar's northern part of California, northern Los Angeles. So,
Yeah, like I know I have a cousin who lives there.
yeah.
Yeah, I have family there too.
I pass through it every time to get to Pasadena.
I have no idea.
Pasadena through it.
All right, who picked what?
Honk.
I'll take it.
Hey, points are points.
Jill hasn't
Breaking
seen
Bad. Breaking
And
Bad.
it was
Aye, man.
also-
Oh,
That's true.
I think they call that kismet.
I think we call that unoriginality. How many did I get? Oh,
Did good.
Oh.
All right, so now we're into the bullshit territory. Peacock.
Nope.
No. All right. All
Right
right.
float? Oh, I didn't even.
Oh, damn it. So plausible.
Peacock. Peacock.
Peacock.
One afternoon in 2018, we discovered a peacock on my roof. It's not native to the area. We have no
Yeah,
idea
but
where
that-
it came from.
like, that wouldn't
but it's
fucking
stuck
throw me
around
off,
for over
man.
4 years now.
It's
Yeah.
a bird. It's on the roof. Come on.
Yeah, like that's not a feature
Yeah, but
of
they
the
can't
neighborhood.
fly. How did they
I
get
would
there?
Actually, they
climbed up.
can fly, just not very high. And
Like-
yes, there
Yeah,
are
so
Not
that's
to get
like the
onto
same
the
principles
roof.
Yeah,
that
they're-
govern
they're
my
not
toaster
native,
oven.
but
It can fly.
We have thousands of them
Yeah,
here where I live.
if you motivate it enough,
Yeah.
it can fly.
Altadena has them. They go all the way up.
Round two.
All
the
way up
Means
to Santa
all point
Barbara.
Values are doubled.
Heck, even chickens, if you startle them enough, they'll fly
pick a
high
category.
enough to get up to a roof.
They'll flap.
I mean, there are wild ones. in
All right,
Acadia
Jill
and
Linux
Pasadena.
Gee, let's go. Let's gee.
Just, I did hump day because I do LWW.
Try this one on for size. Not normal. Saudi authorities disqualified nearly 40 camels from the 2021 King Abdulaziz Camel Festival when it was discovered some breeders had given their animals blank.
Juicing the camels?
All right.
I mean,
Yes. The question
This
is,
is
juicing them with what?
Hack a damn.
okay, it's not that.
Yeah, not that either.
I'm kind of surprised it's not that.
It's probably going to be something like super fucking wacky. I can't wait to see what the results actually are.
Something for water retention to
here you
make the
go.
humps bigger.
Oh, okay.
Sure. I'm pretty sure it's
I
not
gotta
that,
go
but fuck
for
it,
it.
whatever.
Going for it.
I don't. Maybe. I hope so.
Okay,
Wanna
what
believe.
everybody pick.
Gatorade. H2O. Gatorade.
Slow and steady.
All right, let's. Okay. One brain
Thank
cell.
you. Thank you to the both
One-
of you.
One brain cell. All right.
Just growth hormone.
All right.
Generic TM.
Womp.
Yeah.
Come on, Botox. Yes. Water
That's
retention,
right.
baby.
Breeders go hard.
Yeah.
Cool.
See that's lame though. I want like fucking lippy camels. Okay.
Oh,
Pedro
5, 5,
shot
5,
into the lead. Yeah.
Let's see what the Famos are up to. Ed Sheeran and Harry Styles have more in common than you might think. The mega successful pop stars both have tattoos of the same blank. Enter your lies now.
Oh fuck.
All right.
Is that how you spell it? Now that I've typed it, I'm gonna. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. I at least spelled it correctly.
No obvious ones, yeah. I know what an Ed. I don't know what. Yeah, all right. Like
Harry Styles used to be in One Direction. Ed Sheeran is Ed Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran. Yeah, that's yeah.
70s sitcom.
There's an apostrophe missing there.
Yeah, there is, right?
Yeah. What's fucking unoriginal and yeah, right. That seems like something they would have.
Unoriginal, yes.
Yeah, they're like something that low intelligence people would fawn over.
We do.
Who is this woman? Ah, damn it.
One specific animal.
Nope.
No.
That's hipster shit though. That's hipster shit. So
Give me.
Fuck.
I know a guy with a guitar tattoo.
because they seem like the kind of assholes who would have like random Japanese shit tattooed on them.
No.
I got some people with that.
Snack.
Okay.
Oh.
No. Is it penguin? Is it penguin?
That's a bit.
Penguin.
No, it can't. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, I get some points out of that.
Too vague.
Is it a 70s?
Give me that penguin.
It's straight up
It
penguin.
was the penguin.
Based on Pingu.
What is penguin?
Pingu.
Oh, they
okay.
have Pingu. Oh.
Ping.
That's obscure as shit, man.
Well, Pedro and Jordan are running away with us.
All right.
I mean,
62.90. It's
You know, if I
anyone's
ever
game.
run into either of them, I'm like, bro.
Don't believe a damn thing I fucking say. Not a word out of my mouth. All right, alpaca. Do it.
Quitting.
Quitting.
All right, here it is. A local councillor in Wales was forced to resign in 2022. Why? His constituents kept alleging that he blank. Write your lies now.
Difficulty, Wales.
okay.
Okay. Let's go with that.
I don't know.
Come on, pufferfish.
Something plausible.
Okay.
wasn't well. Too many Dobbs. Was Banksy? Oh no. Fuck. I don't know. Fuck. I don't know.
I don't know. There's a couple of really valid ones there.
There's some valid ones and then there's some stupid ones.
Take a look.
Hey.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Alright.
right.
Too many dogs.
I don't know.
Hey.
Ah,
Aw, I got fooled.
That was a good one, though.
It was Ben.
That's why our mayor had to resign.
Yeah.
it's too normal.
Yeah, that's a valid reason for, people to resign from office.
It's probably gonna be farted lots. I mean,
Probably.
Yeah.
for votes.
Hey.
It absolutely is just he just farted too much.
Drummer.
Oh.
He wasn't Welsh. He wasn't Welsh.
Shot you.
Nobody.
That was a good one.
What?
Nice.
When asked to comment, the councillor simply drew a picture of a
Was
cop
Banksy.
holding-
Okay, it was the stupid one. Right, okay.
Oh.
Gotcha.
All right, all of ours were way better.
Banksy was a counselor?
Banksy is an
they
artist.
thought he was.
Thanks, it's
Oh.
artist. Yeah.
There's some
No,
speculation
you
around
guys,
the real
I know
identity of
that, I know
Banksy.
that. I've been to Banksy museums.
We were just answering your
This
question,
is
Joseph.
the
Yeah.
final
Yeah.
fibbage. It's a two-part question, and I'm giving out triple
Don't have to treat me
points.
like I'm,
Good luck.
Oh boy.
We're not.
Anything goes.
Allegedly recorded by the U.S. Army at Fort Keogh, the world's largest blank was 15 inches across.
What?
Princess
Across.
Alexandra Amalie of Bavaria moved carefully because she believed her stomach contained a blank. Now you're gonna write one lie that sounds like it might fit in either of these two blanks. That's double the chance to fool your fellow players. And if it's believable enough to get picked for both blanks, I'll send a bonus your way. Make sense? I'm giving you some extra time. You'll be fine.
All right.
All right. Well, let's fucking do it.
Many good possibilities.
Okay.
This is an interesting one.
That timer's at the halfway mark, by the way.
I had one for the first one, but then they threw that second one in there.
Yeah.
I don't know. The world's largest baby.
15 inches
Okay,
across.
here's what you're working with. These questions have two different truths, but we'll focus on this one first.
You know what?
Find the truth for just this question now.
Oh.
Princess Alexandra believed Bavaria moved carefully because she believed her stomach contained a...
What of those sticks out to me? It speaks to me.
Yeah. Snowflame.
James Gunn, you needed to cast
Time to
Snowflame.
deal with this one. Select the truth for just this question now.
I'm going all or nothing. I either get this right or I just eat shit.
Double it up.
I don't know.
They saved the best for last, didn't they?
Yes.
Okay,
Too easy.
yeah.
Great job.
Double
doubling up.
deception.
Wow, nice.
Nice, Jordan.
It's like half of everyone.
A lie for all seasons.
Tapeworm sounded legit. Candle flame? Alan.
No candle.
Ooh, bugs.
La cucaracha? Yeah, I got some
No.
points. Thank you.
I'll pay it now. Oh shit, you win.
Oh,
Nice.
I try, like I said, all or nothing. Glass piano?
Hey!
Okay, so Princess
Okay.
Alexandra believes she had a glass piano.
What?
Oh, so
you
there
had
are
to
two different
answer.
answers. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Huh.
Okay.
How do
All
we
right.
get the internet to change the term to liberal glass pianos?
Ah, special snowflake.
Yeah,
right.
right.
I got you.
They tried. It attempt was
That's swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. Drummer
Drummer wins.
coming up from behind.
Oh my gosh.
It's a porky
The
snail.
alpaca with 17.
The most likes.
awesome.
Audience ranked 6.
That's the,
The
true
audience
winner,
must.
right? The
All
most
right,
likes.
you all got to get out of here. Fuck off,
Yeah,
you guys.
it
We
is
got to get a new
yeah.
audience. You all suck. All right, second place. I'll take it. I'll take it.
I came all the way down to 5th.
Alpaca. Got a thumbs up. And Jill. All right, let's see. There's probably some other game in here. We'll play one more, then we gotta run.
Skedaddle.
No! Okay.
Skedaddle.
Well, that's one way to exit the game.
Very effective skedaddling, wasn't it? I'm so used to Jackbox requiring you to hit exit 11 times. Okay. So we did favorite. What was remembering? Junktopia. We tried that. We couldn't figure out what was going on. Drawing, writing, and... Which one do you want to play, Jill? You can pick one.
Hey, Quicksort.
Quicksort?
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright, let's do it. Now I want a gumball.
Teams. that one's Teams based.
Okay.
We gotta play it. Okay, so we gotta play it over Microsoft Teams.
Yeah. Okay, let me create a room.
See all that sorting in the background? That's
No, I don't.
Of what you'll be doing soon.
Unhide. Let me get in so I can run this business.
And now for the main event, Team Turkey Leg.
All right.
That's me. I'm Turkey Leg.
Oh, you know what? Who do I want to be?
I'm Team. It's 4:30 in the morning. Stop making me hungry.
Team Turkey Legs. After me. There we go. Can you guess what that first letter is?
Inked.
Inked.
Yeah, I'm gonna be this fucking shitty cardboard box.
I wanted to be the shitty cardboard box.
No, I'm the shitty cardboard box.
Okay, I'll be this blob thing.
This is cute how they do that.
You just bounce around.
Yeah.
All right. Does anybody else want to join? I know we had some people playing in the audience, so that's why we're giving you a second.
Oh right, I remember how this game works.
I
Now.
vaguely remember. Yeah.
This is coming back where we have to like place the thing on.
It's trivia. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it. Yeah.
You have to sort the answers based on the questions, like which of these was released first.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember we liked it.
Let's play.
No, I'm committing.
Ooh.
I've committed to Pedro.
Time to start your shift. Round one. These prompts shouldn't be too hard.
You say that now.
Taylor Swift songs.
Okay, pick a prompt. You can pick the range on the left, or take a chance on
Forget right.
Shortest hair to
Movies
longest
from
hair.
shortest hair to longest hair.
I vote shortest to longest.
I mean, we have a lot of long hair here, so
Yes.
Yeah,
So,
that's true.
You're sorting movie characters by hair length, from shortest hair to
okay.
On the left.
longest hair.
Good luck. Have
Longest on
fun.
the left.
Okay. What do I do?
Oh, Ben, can you move? Oh, Han Solo. He's got.
Han
She's
Solo
got
is
short
fairly short. Yes.
Yeah.
I can move. We're in different
I wouldn't put it all the way to the edge, but like second one.
Yeah.
Second one.
Yeah, on the second one. Yeah.
Second one's pretty short. We're gonna go with Tarzan. Tarzan's got pretty long
fairly
hair.
long. Yes.
Let's put it near the end.
Yeah, not really.
Yeah, that's good.
Many ways.
Pretty long.
Cut your hair.
Listen,
fairly long.
we might be getting like Samson or something with like super long hair. So let's give ourselves some wiggle room.
Clarice.
She had pretty short hair.
Starling.
She was fairly short, but longer than
longer hair than
longer than Han Solo.
Yeah.
So
Tarzan had longer hair than Clarice.
Clarice had a mustache through the entire film. What are you talking about?
You know, I haven't actually seen Silence of the Lambs.
All right.
This is
King
going to hard
T'Challa.
parry.
He has short hair. Shorter than Han Solo's. I think so.
All right, then scooch it over.
Yeah, let's stick it here.
I mean, we might have a bald character later, so...
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Doctor Evil. Dr. Evil.
There's
He's
the
got
bald
no
character
hair.
right there.
Yeah, bald hair. Yeah.
Not all the way.
I think all the way safe with the bald character.
Yeah. Unless we get someone balder like a Skull or something. Skeletor. Rapunzel.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe a little over Dr. Evil. Just a little.
That's longer.
A little bit,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
I would put her at absolute longest, right? Because it's like the length of a building.
Yeah, it's high enough for the prince to climb up to the tower to get her.
Yeah.
Yep.
Amélie Poulain? Who the fuck is that?
Yes, who is Amélie Poulain?
Oh, no, she has short hair, but like Han Solo short. Okay, yeah.
I feel like
A
it's
little
this
longer
spot.
than Han Solo.
Maybe a little longer. It's like a bowl cut, right? Like
It's going in.
and then
Alien
Ellen
3.
Ripley.
Ellen
Which movie
Ripley.
though?
On
Alien
which
3.
movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Alien 3.
The third canonical one.
I was gonna say she went from longest to shortest.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was like Clarice
If they
levels
say the
of
first
long
one,
to...
It's
Like in
Very,
between
very
Han Solo and
yeah, like it depends, right? Where
Dumbledore.
he's got long
Dumbledore's pretty
hair.
long.
Had a
Yeah.
flat top.
I'd say
I would
longer
put
than
it between-
Tarzan, not as long
I
as
was longer than
Rapunzel's.
Tarzan.
I would
He has
say
that beard, too.
Yeah, maybe as long as
Longer than Tarzan. Longer than
Wizards are
Tarzan.
always known for
Ezra
Longer
Lillard.
than Tarzan.
I think so.
Okay.
He doth protest.
Quicksilver. All right. let's
Abracadabra.
Sequence. Time to see your score.
Well, I guess he'd have more time to grow his hair, I suppose.
Bold?
see.
Ah.
Oh.
Ellen Ripley, yeah.
Yeah.
Buzz.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got them right.
Yeah. So we only got the first bit mixed up. That's pretty good. That's solid.
that was
It wasn't over
much better
9,000.
No, it was just 9,000. Sorry, Vegeta.
Next team. Up to sword.
Team Mead.
Let's go.
Okay, selection time. Everyone votes on this, so check your device.
Got it.
First spoken to last spoken.
I'll go for a mystery prop.
Like, is this with a single song or
I think
across multiple?
Mystery.
It could be anything. It could be a boat.
You'll be sorted. Order of the U.S. Pledge of Allegiance. From
Okay.
Well,
spoken
well,
to
you guys doomed us to that, so.
all the Americans are on that team, so it's fine.
America!
Or the U.S. That's going to be, put it on the second log.
it's like second. Yeah.
Go over.
Nope.
I'm
Second.
Terrorist.
Second. To the right.
Not that far.
Right.
Go back.
Right.
Go back.
Oh.
I am.
My nuts and suck
I am.
on my balls,
It's not
America.
registering it. That was weird. Darn it! Yeah, it didn't move over even though I scooched it over. Okay.
Over. Yep. Maybe not that
It's
far.
not registering. There we go.
Yeah, is it not
It
registering
registers.
for you?
It registers every single one. You just have to account for the delay.
Right?
Gotta be patient.
Patience.
You can see it on your screen too. It shows you.
Yeah. Well, mine showed that I put it in the second. That's why it was weird.
Oh,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, because I'm watching it on Twitch.
Okay.
Are you sending the return video over Discord, Ben?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so if you're in voice, you can see the real-time return video. Not have to
No,
put it in
actually,
Twitch.
you're not sending return.
Yeah,
video
you're
over
not.
Discord.
No, we're just watching it real time, and there's a bit of
Yeah.
little bit of a
there's
delay.
there's no return video on Discord.
Well, use the Tetris block that is above your thing.
That's you, Ven.
I know. I'm trying to do a billion things right now, so let's stack another thing on me.
With liberties on the right-hand side.
And justice for Jason.
Yup.
Jason Newsted did nothing wrong.
Ooh. Oh no. I just did the entire pledge.
Ah, fuck yeah, books!
Oh,
Bad Bath and
ouch,
Beyond.
this is gonna be bad.
There we go.
These, I have no idea where any of these
Okay.
land.
The beginning.
Yeah, do try and put it over my messed up to the flag.
Fine. We got it.
There we go. Perfect, drummer.
George Washington is rolling in his grave now.
Except the Pledge of Allegiance was something designed in the late 50s.
I know, that's why he's still rolling in his grave.
There's a meme out there, Skycloth demands promises.
Not bad.
Alright.
Well, that's pretty good.
Yeah, for
Alright.
Oh, cool then. You got the return video going.
Round
Thank
2.
you.
Let's do it.
My balls are also pink.
Pick your prompt.
Earliest finale to latest finale or mystery prompt? This is gonna be a bunch of TV that we don't know though. I think I want to go with mystery prompt. It's not,
Okay.
If it's like Star Trek.
I'm okay to try the television one, but
I mean,
yeah,
vote
it
with
could be
your
a lot of
wallet,
TV
man.
shows we don't know.
Mystery
Oh,
prompt.
am I voting?
I'm nervous for you. It's time to sort Nobel Prize winners.
Ah, there you go.
Earliest.
No.
All right, we're fucked. Okay.
It's a decoy. Put it in the trash.
Oh,
Well,
we got
the,
fakes.
Obvious.
The guy who created Dynamite, I think, is first, so.
Well, he's Alfred Nobel.
Yeah.
I don't think he's a Nobel Prize winner.
Woodrow Wilson.
No.
Award is named.
Oh, that sounds like an old name.
President
Put it right
Woodrow
there.
Wilson is like what
Probably in the middle.
40s?
Yeah, he would be close to the middle.
Like, yeah, give us some wiggle room, right? Like, we got to place a bunch of them. Still, Sir Palbert Feinstein. That's a fake one. Trash.
That's trash.
Trash.
You think this is fake?
That's Feinstein, man.
What, do you think this is a game?
Albert Feinstein.
Palbert. Okay.
Sure, Palbert.
Into the trash
All
you
right,
go.
what do I got? Bob Dylan.
Bob
Dylan.
Probably halfway
He was.
to the
That
last.
was. Yeah, I'm gonna stick
That's
that
good.
there.
Nobel?
There's like.
Why would
Did he
Bob
get a
Dylan
Nobel
have
Prize?
Prize?
He should,
think
he
so.
should have.
Right.
Well, they have
Malala. Okay, so she's at the very end.
Yes, Malala is like most recent one probably that I can remember. Not trash.
Not in the trash. Please don't trash Malala. Don't hate crime us. Jimmy Carter.
There is
That's definitely after
Sorry,
Woodrow
sorry.
Wilson.
After Woodrow.
Yes.
Yeah,
Before
after
Bob?
Woodrow. Yeah, I think that's good.
Ah,
Yeah.
American presidents. Yeah, no.
James. Katya Zamavlovka.
I've never heard this name
Woman.
before.
So they don't. That's recent-ish.
I feel
Maybe
like
after
that's-
Woodrow, but before Jimmy.
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess we'll see.
Too late now.
Yeah.
This one is a trash.
Mary
fire.
Curie.
Marie
Did they-
Curie. That's
Yep.
before Woodrow Wilson, I would say.
Quite a bit.
Yeah. Martin Luther.
Junior.
Did he
Yeah, Bob
get?
Dylan
He didn't get
is
a
a
Nobel.
recipient.
He is? Did he?
Where?
Was it like posthumous or?
Nope. 2016.
Yeah.
Oh, that late. Okay.
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa.
Huh.
Between Jimmy Carter and... Oh, I'm sorry.
At the same time.
Barack Obama. All right, well, that's before
after
Malala.
Bob Dylan, before
Clearly in the
Malala.
1600s.
We're here?
Yeah, I think, yeah.
I think so.
He got it in like 2009.
Ernest Hemingway? Did he win a Nobel Prize?
Yeah, The Old Man and the Prize. You remember the book?
All right, so that would have been
Right in the middle.
That was not where I wanted it to go. Dua Lipa has not won a Nobel Prize.
I
Trash.
don't believe so, no.
Okay, in you go.
That's a freebie.
All right.
The blocks
Well, I don't think we did too good.
Did you come out on top?
Trash fire.
I think you probably did better than you thought.
Okay, all right.
Whoa!
Okay.
Okay, Junior.
Yeah.
All right.
Really? Really?
Trash, not a person, I guess.
Dylan.
Okay. Oh. Okay.
Bob Dylan was after Barack Obama and Malala?
Or before.
What
Okay.
did Bob Dylan win the Nobel Prize for?
Literature.
For
Oh,
Yeah,
literature?
literature.
Really?
They calculated the ultimate form of a hippie, and they're like,
Make your choice.
it's the Nobel Prize in disappointing Joan Baez.
So let's.
I don't know.
We have a good chance of firstborn, lastborn.
Okay.
so you guys want to go with birthdays or mystery prop?
Either one.
Choice locked. Time to sort.
Okay.
Mononymic celebrity birthdays. From
Mononymic. Oh, so you got like Cher and Carrot Top and shit. Do you believe in life after love?
Top a mononym?
Keisha is going to be
She's gonna probably be in the middle.
It's one of
75. Yeah, it's going to be to the right.
He's not Mr. Top, right? Like
She was
Carrot
born
Top.
Over
in
some
like
more.
84 or something.
Okay.
TikTok on the clock.
Call me Mr.
DJ,
Top.
blow my speakers up.
They call me Mr. Top.
Sport? Who's Spork?
Spork.
Sport?
Oh,
That's like a utensil?
80s? Yeah, 80s. That works, Ben.
Who gave birth to a spork? That sounds like shit.
She's 1958, so
Yeah.
we're gonna go over here.
Wow, you have that on lock. What the fuck? How do you know that?
Because
I
Dawn
don't.
is awesome.
I actually done some research.
Okay.
So it was 81, so she's before Kesha.
Whoa. Whoa.
There's another knowledge there. There's another knowledge.
Right.
I'm glad you're on our
Someone knows some shit about celebrity birthdays,
Cher.
man.
Cher was
Before
46,
Beyonce.
so
What the fuck?
or 47, somewhere in there.
So Drubber, where?
It's before Madonna.
Before Madonna.
See, there we go. That's how we help.
I am dumbfounded. I can barely remember my own birthday.
I don't know who this is.
Amanda.
Just a man.
So it must be someone younger, right?
Yeah. Let's go with that over here.
Yeah.
Amanda Hug and Kiss. I don't know.
Oh, she was definitely after
After.
Kesha.
All right.
I want to know who Spork is, though.
Show me sport.
Yes.
Adele. Jeez.
She was born in 88, so she's before Zendaya and after Kesha. So
Wait, before and after. Wait, what?
after Kesha.
Oh, well. Can't do anything with a Kesha stuck like that. and before.
Sting.
Yeah.
Sting's
was
old.
before Madonna,
Sting is
that's for
immortal,
sure.
man. He congealed when the universe was created in a metal bikini thong. And he just wandered through space to Earth.
Yay, drummer.
Back's gonna be somewhere around Keisha.
Before.
Before. Left.
In between Beyonce and Madonna.
It's between Sting and Adele. Well, after Madonna. But
It's awesome when the stuff comes
before
in.
Beyonce.
Blanky.
Good old Blanky.
Blanky?
I don't know.
Trash? I've never heard of that one.
You want to get high?
Probably younger.
That's Towelie.
Unless it's like
It's close enough.
Unless it's like UK New
Drummer
Wave.
knows. Okay.
No, I don't actually. Drake,
Oh, okay.
Drake was
Before
He's
Back?
older than Beck.
no
Or not.
Drake is older than Beck?
He was born in like '86.
Really?
All the blocks are
Yeah, like Drake's like my age.
How did you do?
Beck is older than me.
Beck was born like '72 or
All
something. I
right,
think.
let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Oh.
Ooh.
Nope.
Oh, we forgot
No,
Trash.
Spork.
I
No
Googled
sport for you.
And all that came up was literally sport.
Back was older. Drake, 86.
Oh, Kesh was
Blankies, yeah, okay.
74.
Oh, Drake's as old as I am. I don't feel inadequate at all.
You shouldn't. Drake sucks.
I got 4.
He's just rich. That's the only difference
this.
between
All
you and
right,
him.
so it's not too far.
It's weird of the layering that happens too.
Last round 3. This time you have 2 tries to sort things. Go get 'em, bots.
The 2 track.
Okay.
Time to pick.
Season 1 to season 47 or mystery prompt?
What do we know that's been up to season 47?
Well, I'm gonna go season 1. I think season 1.
What is 47?
I feel confident.
I'm gonna do mystery again. I have no.
Like, is this about a soap opera?
Yeah, I know.
Open world video
These are the
game.
days. Do this?
Oh my
All
gosh.
right.
This should be okay.
All right.
Yes. You guys got an easy one for us.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding is fairly recent.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the range that it's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Open world video games will start in the 90s with Daggerfall, probably.
70s game.
Miles
For.
Morales.
Before Death Stranding, probably.
No, that's after.
No, that's
That came
after.
out
After Death
after
That's after Death Stranding. Not in the trash.
Oh, I gotta remember to not to help the other team.
Yeah.
And we got Elden Ring.
Elden
which
Ring was
is-
last year, so that was after Miles Morales.
There was more than
Was it after?
Morales, I believe.
Yes, it came out in 2022.
All right, yeah, all right, yeah, all right.
I mean, if they say
I don't know how time works. Breath of the Wild.
Okay, that
came
was
out
before Death
Breath.
Stranding.
That was before Death
Yeah,
Stranding.
before.
Before? Okay.
Yeah,
Before.
Still before.
Why did you stack it there?
Subway Surfers. It's trash, man.
That's
What are you talking about?
I've never heard of
Man,
the
we're
open
gonna
world
get some hate
Subway
mail next
Surfers.
week. Like, how dare you besmirch Subway Surfers 5? It was the pinnacle of the Subway Surfers series, the crux of the plot. Sea of Thieves.
Sea of Thieves.
Man, that's even newer too. It's
No, that's after
no.
Breath of the
It
Wild.
came out before.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild,
Too late.
I think.
oh shit.
Or like
No Minsky.
No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky was before.
No Man's
That was
Sky
before.
was-
Just
Yeah,
drop
so-
it there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna stick it.
Nice.
Just came out.
Minecraft is before No Man's Sky. That
Really?
officially came out in 2011,
Yeah.
and the original alpha came out in 2007.
Flappy Bird Realms.
Flappy Bird's Realms.
Yeah, they
that
opened
is.
garbage.
I think that is a game. Yes.
Realms.
Is it actually? I think it's trash.
Too late. Too late.
Minecraft. The classic. Fallout 4. That is.
That
That is.
Minecraft before No
That is.
Man's Sky.
That's after Breath of the
2015.
Wild.
Right?
After Breath of the
Yeah.
Wild. After Breath of the
I
Wild.
think it is.
Oh wow.
Is it after
Well.
Breath of the Wild?
That came out like 10 years ago.
GTA, the benchmark.
Fallout 4 was
Grand Theft Auto.
2015. GTA
So-
4
So I'm
was
gonna stick that
before
here?
Minecraft.
PC or console?
Here's good. I guess,
Before
yeah.
Minecraft.
Yeah.
Before Minecraft? Shit. All right.
No, it's GTA 5, not 4.
Oh,
Five.
5. Yeah. Okay. No, that's good then. Yeah, that's fine.
Candy
So
Crush
is that
Infinite? No, that's
Infinite?
is that real?
That's
You were not consulted, so hush.
Okay.
Well,
So yeah,
Oh man.
All right, we can resort. All right.
You guys.
All right.
okay.
we
Old.
gotta resort.
That's the oldest.
Like,
Why is it all stacked?
Somebody's supposed to be moving the stuff.
Yeah, I'm moving them all.
Let's see how you did.
Okay, I guess,
Oh, yes.
it's already that correctly then.
Nice.
uh,
Nice.
Oh my god.
Oh yes.
We did
Oh
it.
yeah.
We did it, Lemmy. We did it, Cabin.
All right, I look forward to Greek literature.
Sorry, Jill.
I hope then we get a topic that we all know. Really
What's the
well.
mystery?
Mystery. We lucked out on mystery topic. That was a risk.
Yeah.
Pick a prompt.
That was a good mystery topic.
yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna
So
pick
you're
mystery.
not confident with your meme knowledge?
Let's see
I
how
actually
memes?
am.
Actually,
Oh, memes. I would have gone for memes.
Mockbusters.
Oldest movie,
yeah, we
newest
can do
movie.
this.
What?
We can do this.
Oldest
I
that
think.
knew it.
Where's
It depends on what the
Ogie?
oldest
We need
is.
him. We need Ogie.
Chopkick Panda. Trash. Trash.
Trash. I think
Hard
that's
right
trash.
or left. Yep, there we go.
Yeah, I don't
Watch
know
that be one of those Atlantic Rim.
That's actually the name of Kung Fu Panda 4.
Jack Panther.
Trash kick panda.
That doesn't sound real either.
Yeah.
None of them sound real. That's the point.
Oh, it is Mockbusters though. So
Yeah, Mockbusters. They're asylum movies.
Triassic World.
Oh,
Oh.
I think
They're all fake movies.
But they're real movies.
Yeah, they're just they're real fake
Jurassic
movies.
World. Yeah.
Ooh, that
Sunday
one
school
actually-
before. Put it like an empty space. Go
Oh,
left,
high
left,
school
left, 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 left.
Jurassic.
Yeah, that came out before.
Yeah, it was like 2006.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Jurassic World was like 2018.
Knives Ahoy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh man, so some of these titles are gonna fucking kill me, man.
Paranormal Entity. Before Knives Ahoy.
That's,
Yeah,
I'd go
probably
before
somewhere in
something.
here.
Yeah.
I like how it
Top
looks
Gun or
like a
Danger
tribute
Zone.
to
Yeah,
Pursuit.
sure. Why not?
I'm talking
That's gotta be a
The
parody.
oldest
Before
one.
Sunday
Wait,
school
new
musical.
Top Gun or old Top Gun?
Yeah. It must be the old one because it is.
It's the Top Gunner,
Yeah.
which would imply the new one.
Oh shit! I know this is a real thing.
Landing Rim.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a newer one.
It's probably right around there.
Atlantic.
Transmorphers is real.
Yes.
Maybe on top. Yeah, before Paranormal by a little bit.
But then after Sunday High School,
Yeah.
Top Gunner's newer, a whole lot newer. 3 years ago.
Da Vinci.
Da Vinci Treasure.
What?
So that assumes that
It's right. It's right around there.
Not that.
Oh no! Come on.
Oh, nice lot.
I got it in there.
Ape versus Monster. That sounds real. We're just gonna say.
Monkey versus
I
robot.
never saw the new one.
No, it's not related to Top Gun. It's not part of that franchise.
La Land? That's
Yeah.
La La
La
Land.
La Land. That's older. That's
No, isn't that the Quentin Tarantino movie?
yeah.
You can do it. Any streaks you got last time.
Oh, those were all trash? Wow.
No. So any streaks you got. So we got it
Okay.
perfectly right the first time.
So-
This lets you like keep everything's in order and then like place around that.
Move it to the left a little bit.
It fucked up for us because we were too good at this game.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
no, it
Yeah,
just
there were-
gave me the whole stack, right? Okay.
Yeah, because we got it right the first time.
We got the Kung Fu Panda. Yeah, that would.
I want to watch. You know what? We need to see if that's on Prime and do like a watch party for Chop Kick Panda.
Right.
Because Prime has all this shit on it. It has all the crappy like stuff that you can get the rights for super cheap.
Further.
I only watched
to the right.
B
Magic Ring.
To the
movies
right.
on Prime,
Keep
Right
going.
of Panda.
and
Right.
so Prime only showed me
Yeah.
B movies.
That's
So
it.
I thought Prime was garbage because it only had B movies on it. Apparently, it has good movies on it, but
Yeah, Prime's
the
got some
Prime
good movies
algorithm
on it.
only shows.
Oh
me.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like the
Chop
Prime
Kick
original
Panda
stuff has been like
What about La 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 La?
consistently.
La La Land was
La
like
Land?
2018, or wasn't it?
Yeah, I feel like it was.
So after Atlantic.
Oh, let's see. We got to get to that point earlier in the.
And Top
Yeah, I didn't
Gunner
know that one.
is gonna
Da
dig
Vinci
all the way.
Code was like around here.
So I'm guessing that's supposed to be Knives Out, right?
That'd be Knives Out.
But yeah, it's like
Yes.
Chips Ahoy, except in every cookie there's just knives.
Yeah.
You bite into it and it tastes like blood.
Would have been over here.
Man.
Hey, Top Gunner.
Highway to
Nope.
the safety place.
Okay.
Gonna drive far away from safety
Top Gun
place.
rest.
To the scoreboard.
Transmorphers.
What? Transformers?
2008.
2007. Oh wow.
All right. Knives always
That was
wrong. This doesn't exist. Paranormal. Chop Kick Panda. Trash. All right.
La 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 Land.
Atlantic Rim. And Top Gunner.
But La La Land is a movie, right?
Yes,
It's like-
not
yeah.
La 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 Land.
Yeah. Yeah, it just had an extra law on it.
La
Yeah.
la la la.
Just
We
fun.
only got
Our hearts were in the right place.
Years. Yes. We did it.
The turkey leg.
We
Open
go.
world video games for the way.
Sweet.
Wait, I just realized that Alan is like a woman's reproductive system.
Aw. Well, Quick Start was fun. I remembered we had played that before and I really liked it.
That's a fun one. I have it. Jackbox 9.
Yeah,
have to play that with family
it's
and
a bit
friends.
feast or famine though, because like, yeah, you either get something you really know or something you're just like,
Yeah.
Well, I mean, could you have been handed a better?
oh yeah, yeah.
I know,
We,
you got a game.
well, it's like
Gamecast.
we weren't gonna get the main one, so it's like, all right, well, we got to chance it with the mystery topic, and like,
Yeah.
we rolled that 6, man.
That was like going through the last
Yeah.
time we did a quiz thing. It's like Star Trek characters. I'm like, you fucked up now.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Play
can't
in the
remember
movies.
'cause
yeah.
the
Go
last
to
time I
pub
played,
trivia is like one of the topics is like
think we had
Stargate
Star Trek
SG1.
and I
I'm
knew
like,
every
oh
answer,
boy,
so forgot what it
that column is mine.
Definitely going to run into things like that. All right, Twitch. We're going to call it a night. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for showing up. Going to be back
Tuesday.
Tuesday. Trackmania. We got 14 tracks. Go check that out. LinuxGameCast.com. There's a Filthy Casuals button hiding under home if you do that, or if you're currently a patron or a Twitch sub. Link to your account. Get in our Discord. Get all the information pinned in Trackmanias. And Wednesday back for weekly daily Wednesdays. Thursday, Jordan's going to return with some Portals in Time with Empty. And Friday, we'll do a rounds match with Trackmania on our super secret private server. And we'll back here again on Saturday. Moving, shaking, melting, and hating.
The cycle repeats. The sun is dead. Hail chaos.
Oh,
And what's that ball of fire over there?
It's the sun, but the S is a 2.
Yeah. It's the vitamin D.
It's a twan.
Good night, Twitch.